Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. We got some breaking news here to discuss. The Las Vegas Raiders have gone out and they have signed defensive tackle John Jenkins. Every single Friday, Jeremy Jugs and I, we hop up here on the Raiders Report. We do Raiders Happy Hour. This entire week, the last 2 weeks for the Raiders has been a happy hour. How's everyone doing today? If you haven't already, let's get some Raiders flowing down in the comments section. We've been waiting a very, very long time for the silver and black to address in some way, shape, or form their interior defensive line. Now, sure, Jenkins is not a big-time name, but he does play defensive tackle, and he's a big old boy that's going to be able to fill up some holes. Giggity. At 6'3", 340 pounds. Coming up here on today's show, I'm going to tell you, how is he going to fit on the D-line? Where exactly does he rank in terms of other DTs? And ultimately, why this move ended up going down. If you haven't already, get out those pens. Hell, apparently people here at the Chat Sports Studios are just writing on stuff in Sharpie. So let's get out a Sharpie. Grade the signing for me, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know down in the comments, and I'm going to give some shout-outs here. Huge shout-out to Mayo Man for Life, Jimmy Garrison, King Sanchez, Kevin Troyer, Raiders W, Gabriel Rosas. I got Floor Ninja Surge, AJ502. Christian Hernandez says, addressing a need is always good, no matter what that player is. B-Rabe's going to give it a B-. Patrick B. It's in the name, B-. Gabriel Rosas, A. Rico 801, B-. Kevin Troyer, B. Chili Main 213, B. Jose C. Cerro Otto, one of the OGs in the chat, also giving this a B as well. And I see right now my guy Dox is in the comments. I do think that we deserve to give him some flowers because I don't even remember if it was Tuesday, if it was Wednesday. This whole week's been a blur. Docs came up on this show and he said, hey, that the Raiders are going to end up signing John Jenkins by the end of the week. So if you guys haven't already, give him some flowers, dude.
I think that was...
I don't remember. Tuesday or Wednesday? What was the day they signed Hooper? Would have been Wednesday. Wednesday. Yeah, they signed Austin Hooper on Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, all the days are starting to bleed together at this point. Mildred, C+. We got Raiders W going to go with a B. Take a guess here on this because Jeremy asked me this question earlier today, and I actually couldn't quite believe the answer to this. If you had to guess, how many hours do you think Chugs and I have been live over the past 2 weeks? NFL free agency started on the 13th, back on Monday, and we've been here for... 2 straight weeks. A lot of live shows. If you had to guess how many hours, what number would you even put it on? Will Thompson says that he ain't even sure. Richard 1080 is going to give this one an A. Elias Herrera's 57 hours. Ron S says 67 and a half. Now we got an 86 guess coming in here. Chef said sober. That's probably about 1 or 2. Jose 74. 67 and a half hours. I got a 49.86. Daniel Meister, that would have been the guess I would have gone with. 69 hours. I knew B-Rabe was going to type 69. Any question I ever asked, B-Rabe is a guaranteed to get a 69 in there. I think no matter what you guys are seeing is the commitment that Chugs and I have to Raider Nation, but it's also the commitment that y'all have shown us as well. We've had the ability to go live for the amount of hours that we have because of, guess what? Because of all y'all. You're showing up every single day. And I got this super chat probably 90 minutes ago from the Naturalist that said, the consistency does not go unnoticed. You guys are the GOATs. And Raiders! I'll tell you this, man. I appreciate that. And that's just a reason, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right now. So, Chugs, what is the exact number of live hours we have been? And friendly reminder, we will be doing some super chat deals, stuff coming up. I'll also admit Chugs has a really important family dinner that he cannot miss. So we will have to end this live show today by 5:30, 5:45. So happy hour, for those that don't know, it's going to be starting here in about, I'd say, 2 hours. Where we got happy hour deals that are just going to knock your freaking socks off. Sound good? Cheers to all y'all. So, Chugs, how many hours?
The Raiders Report the past 2 weeks has been live for 64.5 hours.
It's pretty good.
64.5.
That's pretty freaking good, man. That's really impressive. I'm proud of everyone who has tuned in, who's watched this show for the amount of hours that they are.
I saw some 64s and some 65s in the chat, by the way.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Then, hey, you guys are keeping track with us.
Yeah.
Also, a deal that Jugs and I have been doing this entire free agency period is if you send the first Super Chat you've ever sent in for every single one of those, well, I'll take a drink to that. How about that? This one's coming in from Hectic559. First time Super Chat. Let's go, Raiders! And then, I don't know if you're related to him, if you guys are related to him, but this one's coming in from Cousin. Are you mad? I'll tell you whether or not I'm mad, happy, how I'm feeling exactly about this move with the Raiders getting John Jenkins. So if you're just tuning in right now to the 1,000 people in here, if you haven't already, an easy free way to support this show every time we go live, every time we drop a video, every time you see a Raiders Report show. I don't care if it's on Twitter, I don't care if it's on Facebook, wherever it is. Probably one of the easiest ways to show love and support for what Jugs and I do in a free way is to hit that like button. We also have things out there where if we hit a certain amount of likes today, we got a whole bunch of games ready to get this one going. This one's rolling in from Will Levis, man, for life. No, I'm just kidding. We got this. Let's go. Mayo Man for life. Cheers to you, my guy.
First ever Super.
First ever Super. Respect it. I respect it. So coming up here, guys, what we're going to do again is we're going to break down the news around John Tank Jenkins joining the Silver and Black. We're going to break this down for 12, 15 minutes or so. And then Jugs and I actually have 2 more shows scheduled for y'all. We're going to get into a rumors bit, I guess, with 2 receivers, both named DeAndre. Yeah, that's right. And then we're going to get into a Raiders mailbag. If you don't know what a mailbag is, it means you use hashtag Raiders or you can super chat to get those questions and comments featured on the show. Jeremy, you ready to get this thing rocking?
I think so.
Are you guys ready to get this thing rocking? If you're ready to get this thing going right now, hit that like button. And Martin, I don't know if we're doing any in and out today, but shit kind of slapped yesterday, I'm not going to lie. Here we go, coming up on the Raiders Report, the breaking news around the defensive tackle that the Raiders just signed. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports here to give you the breaking news. The Silver and Black have gone out and they have signed defensive tackle John Jenkins. Can I get some DTs in the chat right now? I mean, man, we've been waiting a long time. When free agency opened on March 13th, it's not why I wore the shirt, the Raiders community has been like, man, when the hell are we going to get a defensive tackle? When you add a player like Jenkins, it's not a big-time DT signing. The contract details that at the time that I'm making this video are not out yet. It's going to be a 1-year deal. I imagine it's going to be somewhere around $1.5 million. But you needed a big boy on the interior. And guess what? They call him Tank for a reason. Not because he makes graphics quickly, but because he's a big guy on the interior defensive line. 6'3", 340 pounds, had 20 tackles last season for the Miami Dolphins. Is he getting up there in age? Sure. But defensive tackle is one of those positions where I do think we have been able to recognize that, hey, you could play this at a pretty high level, especially once you're getting up there in age, especially if you fit the right defense. Now, if you don't already know, this is exactly why you should subscribe to the show. Get daily Raiders videos, the latest breaking news, party with Raider Nation, and I know this, if you bleed silver and black, I promise you, I got that commitment to excellence because y'all have that commitment to excellence. So hit that sub button, turn on those notifications right now. So I know a lot of people are asking, all right, Mitch, where exactly does Jenkins fit on this Raiders depth chart? Well, right now, the Raiders, they re-signed Jerry Tillery. You brought in Bilal Nichols last offseason on a 2-year, $11 million contract, and I'm hoping that Nichols plays a little bit better this upcoming season. Was dealing with an nagging knee injury. It was a meniscus tear in June, which really limited him early on, but did start to play a little bit better as the season continued. The Raiders drafted Neil Farrell Jr. You drafted Matthew Butler last season, and both of those guys did not get a lot of run. However, I know that Patrick Graham, Josh McDaniels, Dave Ziegler, they got a lot of confidence in those two guys in their sophomore year. Now you had Jenkins, who personally to me is probably right now your second best nose tackle. Last season with the Dolphins had a good run in terms of being able to get at least some pressures on the quarterback, but that's not why he's here. John Jenkins is on this roster because he is a run stopper. And if you can get 300 snaps out of him, 350 snaps out of him on the entire season, that's what you're looking for. It's 3rd and 1. It's 4th and 1. You know a run's going to come. You put John Jenkins. This is your Jonathan Hankins replacement if you want to look at it. He's actually probably a better run stopper than Hankins. So what I want you to do right now, if you don't know what the Raiders Report is about, we're a family here and we're always going to be able to interact, whether we're sitting down at a bar, whether we're hanging out grabbing dinners, whether we're just talking to each other in the chat. I want y'all to give me your opinion because that's what friends do. So this is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. Let me know what your grade is here of John Jenkins signing with the Raiders, A, B, C, D, or F. My grade for going out and getting Jenkins is a B. Is he a great player? No, but it fills a team need. And it wouldn't be fair to me to sit up here on this show the amount of times that I had and say, I like this signing. You know, that's a good signing, but we didn't get a defensive tackle. Now, finally, the Raiders, they went out and they got somebody who, honestly, is a good fit. And the one thing that every single person should always look at when discussing what Ziegler and McDaniels could do is, have they had some sort of connection with a coach, with a staffer in years past? And the answer to that with Jenkins is yes. I will tell you about those connections, but first, let's look at the last 4 seasons here. 16 games with Miami, 20 tackles, 0 tackles for loss, 0 sacks last season with the Fins. 2021, 16 tackles. This is merely just a depth option. But the reason why this deal ultimately ended up going down, when Patrick Graham was the defensive coordinator of the Dolphins back in 2019, guess who had probably one of his best seasons as a pro? You guessed it. It was John Jenkins. Also on that staff, guess who? Brian Flores. Brian Flores has connections to, guess who? Josh McDaniels and both Dave Ziegler. So you checked off the Patrick Graham box. You checked off the Josh McDaniels, Dave Ziegler box. On top of that, he's also spent some time with the Chicago Bears. Okay, so now you also checked off the Champ Kelly box. A lot of different crossroads here with Jenkins, with different staffers, with a lot of people who make important decisions for the Silver and Black. So realistically, it's a good depth move. I still want the Raiders to add potentially another defensive tackle in the draft because this still is a weak DT room. You're going to see a lot of moving parts on that defensive line. You're going to see a lot of big bodies. They're going to try to do a lot of rotations. In a 4-3, they're going to mix it up. They could even do 5 guys on the front. Not the burger, but 5 guys on the front of the line, and you need your big guys to ultimately be pretty freaking fresh. Now, coming up next here on the Raiders Report is one of the things that I want to be able to discuss here is just because you make a move in free agency, that does not necessarily mean that you're not going to do anything in the 2023 NFL Draft. If the Raiders, with 12 of their picks, and I'm going to be respectful here, right? If they don't take a defensive tackle, I'm going to go insane. I do think that there is some upside with some of the younger players we have, but there is some real good talent, especially on the defensive line. The question is, how ballsy do you want the Raiders to get early on? Because the number one prospect, in my opinion, on the board, his name's Jalen Carter. He was my number 1 overall guy, defensive tackle out of Georgia. And if the draft would have happened in February and March, he would be the number 1 prospect on a lot of people's boards. However, has some off-the-field issues. We know McDaniels and Ziegler have said that they cannot afford to miss on the number 7 overall pick. Jalen Carter at his pro day looked... Honestly, it looked like Jugs and I doing a 40 and then actually trying to run a 40-yard dash. I mean, he was out of shape, did not look good. So my question to the nation out there is this. Let's just say you're sitting there right now. It's draft day. You got Dave Ziegler to your right. You got Josh McDaniels on their left. They look at you right now in the eyes. I'm looking at right in the chat, Jamo H, a.k.a. Devil J. They look at you, Devil J, and they say, hey, are you taking Jalen Carter at number 7? Give me a yes, give me a no. Because I'll say this, is he worth the risk? Yes. Does that risk scare the hell out of me also? Absolutely. And if you're not looking to take a risk, then I don't think that Jalen Carter is going to be on the board. But you know what I am okay with? If you're going to type your N for no, then the next man that I would love for the Raiders to get, it is Calijah Kancey. And if you have watched this show before, you'll know that Kancey was a player that 2 months ago, I said it was a lazy comp because it's Pitt, it's an undersized defensive tackle, but I was like, the measurables. And it reminds me a lot of Aaron Donald. What does he go out and do at the NFL Scouting Combine? Puts up pretty freaking good numbers. Also, Kancey was at the Senior Bowl with Patrick Graham. If the Raiders were able to figure out a way to trade back, get a little bit of extra draft capital there in the top half of the round, you land a guy like Kancey, maybe you add another cornerback, maybe like a Deonta Banks, maybe like a Devin Witherspoon. I would love that start to the NFL draft way more than just the Raiders sitting there at number 7 and taking Jalen Carter. Another player to look at here in terms of who you could take at defensive tackle, Bryan Bresee, who his junior tape when he was at Clemson, he looked like the best defensive tackle in the country. Had an ACL injury, lost some of that juice, but then at the Combine, he looked athletic. He's got a good burst, and he is a player that's going to bust his freaking tail, bust his ass for you every single snap. You want a dude who's going to be a good fit in the locker room? It's Bryan Bresee. My question is, though, the tape I watched on him in his final year at Clemson, I don't realistically love it. Another name to keep in mind, and spoiler alert, I did a mock draft yesterday on our live show. It's going to be going out a little bit later in the week. I took Mazi Smith. I think Mazi Smith, from an athletic profile standpoint, is a top 4 defensive tackle in this year's class. Does he have some off-the-field issues? Yes. Are there questionable things that you should look at? Yes. Would he be a good locker room fit? I don't have the answers to that. But I know that if the Raiders are saying, all right, we're not going to take Jalen Carter early on, we miss out on Calijah Kancey, who's a good defensive tackle that we could potentially get from picks 38 to 70. I don't think Smith is going to be on the board when the Raiders pick in round 3 at 70, and I do think he's going to be on the board at 38, but we've seen the Raiders trade, and they are not afraid to trade. So if they trade back, they could trade up. Mazi Smith is a player that I'd be willing to take a risk on. And then another player out there that's another big body defensive tackle, Siaki from Baylor. The defensive tackle line, I also like Keanu from Wisconsin. I think he's a good player to keep an eye on as well. The amount of defensive talent that is in this year's class is one of the reasons why I am hopeful that the Raiders are able to find 4 high-quality starters and maybe 8 legit players that you can build your defense around continually to go forward. If you don't already know, I'm at Mitchell Renz 365 everywhere, and I would hope by now, for those that watch the show, know where to find me. And anytime that there's news, I'll do my best to tweet it out. If you guys want to see what crazy shit I'm doing tonight, I'm hanging out with the Chat Sports guys at a bar. We're going to be watching some college basketball. Cannot freaking wait. If you're not watching this live, pop in on here on the live show. Our Friday shows get wild. It's known as happy hour because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So if you want to have a good time, put those drinking pants on. Let's celebrate the news around John Jenkins signing with the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, nation. Do you like what the Raiders have done in free agency so far? Give me a yes or give me a no. We got 1,500 people tuned in right now to the Raiders Report, and we're going to be giving some shout-outs. If you're wondering, Mitch, what is left in this live show, I got a whole nother rumor segment scheduled. We're going to talk about a wide receiver that's first name begins with DeAndre that is currently in Las Vegas as we speak. Then we will do a Raiders hangout, which is kind of just happy hour. Chugs and I got some deals cooked up for y'all. We're going to be putting some drinks down. We're going to be going to the bar anyway, or at least I am. Jeremy's got a really important family dinner, so I'm going to try not to screw that up. I will admit, though, if the Raiders do make another move tonight, I'll be back. I'll make a video. It won't be with Chugs. It'll probably be with somebody else, depending on how big the news is overall. If they traded for DeAndre Hopkins, The bar we're going to is called the Nodding Donkey, so I don't think that we'll be going live from there. We'll definitely be. If they traded for DeAndre Hopkins, we'd be here. Shit, hell, I might go live for 10 hours if they traded for DeAndre. That show would be wild. That would be a wild one, 14 production. I can almost guarantee you. All right, let's go to some super chats rolling in here from R. Rafterman, who yesterday sent in his first super chat, and then he ended up dropping a $200 piece when we battled the Dolphins. And he just has to say, Raiders! I like the signing. It's not stellar, but fills a need. You know, a lot of times when Alex and I, when we hang out, she looks at me and you go, you're not stellar, but sometimes you fill a need. And that's really what you got to do sometimes. You just got to plug up some holes, fill a need, and that's what John Jenkins is going to be able to do. Let's go to Cast Joey. What up, Cast Joey? What up, y'all? Again, not a splash signing, but a good run stopper. He will clog the middle. Would still like to get a DT or two in the draft. I agree. Hoping we get a veteran, productive defensive end and defensive tackle. If Carter is there, we are taking him. Again, I'd be real. I think there are going to be a lot more NFL teams out there that don't have Jalen Carter on the board because of some of the off-the-field concerns that I know a lot of people have with Carter, that you and I have with Carter. I mean, there's no way that you can't have any concerns around Jalen. And if the Raiders didn't miss on all of their first-round picks that they have taken, like Cleveland Ferrell, huge miss. Love Josh Jacobs, but I'm not really big on teams taking a running back in the first round. That's been the best one that they've had. Then you had Jonathan Abram. Shit. Henry Ruggs. Yep. Damon Arnett. Joke fest. Alex Leatherwood. Stinks. Like, you have to hit on your first-round pick. They can't afford to miss on it. Let's go to Michael Scrogan. What do you think about Nolan Smith? Nolan Smith is a really good edge rusher, and unfortunately, he's not going to be a player that I think the Raiders end up getting. And the only reason why I say that is because there are going to be teams that look at Smith, they're going to look at teams, they're going to be like, hey, he's got unbelievable athleticism. And teams are always going to value great edge rushers that they're hoping can get after the quarterback at the next level. If you're the Raiders, I'd make the argument the position that I'm probably the most confident in might be the edge rushers. Like, the cornerback group is starting to get a little bit better in depth, but we got Max Crosby, right? You got Max Crosby already. You're going to have Malcolm Kuntz, rotational player. You have Chandler Jones. You're hoping that Chandler Jones is going to be healthy. I would just be shocked if the Raiders used a top 38 pick on an edge rusher unless somebody like Tyree Wilson just starts slipping down draft boards. Smith's going to be off the board when the Raiders do end up taking an edge. Now, my question to everyone out there is because I see a lot of people talking about DeAndre Hopkins. Would you want the Raiders to go out and trade for DeAndre Hopkins? Yesterday on the Pat McAfee show, Adam, Pac-Man Jones, went and said that the Raiders are one of 5 teams that were interested in potentially trading for Hopkins. I know a lot of people are like, man, that's another receiver. The Raiders have proven to me that they are okay going out and getting more receivers, more receivers, more receivers. In terms of how much would it cost in a trade, there are reports out there that it could look very similar to what it cost to get Brandon Cooks. So a 5th and a 6th round pick. If I told you right now the Raiders could give up a 5th and a 6th, which, by the way, you got 3 5ths, you got 2 6ths, and then you're going to have to pay him the way that his contract works out. It's $19.5 million this year and then $14.5 million next season. So basically, you're still paying him a lot of money. I'll tell you, an unbelievably difficult offense to stop. Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Josh Jacobs, Austin Hooper, Jacoby Myers. I will admit, DeAndre Hopkins getting traded to the Raiders means see you later to Hunter Renfrow from a contract standpoint. Maybe it wouldn't happen, but overall, it would be crazy nonetheless, man. So, all right, this is what we're going to do, y'all. We're going to continue to rock and roll with some of the shows that we have. Again, it's a friendly reminder that every single Super Chat that we get, we will put you up on screen. Let's actually go to Papaya Man, and then we'll get into our cut here around the latest Raiders rumors, because like I said, there is a wide receiver currently in Las Vegas with his first name as DeAndre. Let's go to Papaya Man. Happy Friday to you, Papaya Man. Like the move and draft Gonzalez. I still want the Raiders. If you told me, all right, you're not going to take a quarterback at 7, what prospect do you have the most faith in at 7 to be a hit? I would say Christian Gonzalez. I would also admit, though, and I've said this before, if you traded back, like if a team said, hey, man, I want to trade up, let's get wild with it, you can trade back, and I knew I was going to get a Chris Gonzalez, going to get a Joey Porter, a Devin Witherspoon, a Deonta Banks, and I was able to get Kalijah Cansey. I like that start more than just getting Gonzalez, though I do think Gonzalez has, like, legit top 5 corner potential. Let's go to Nathan Wolf and his first super chat. Everybody spam Nathan. Welcome to the Raiders Report. Been with you guys when you were looking for 10K subs. My question to you is this, to the people who have been around since 10K. I did something when the Raiders Report hit 10,000 subscribers. We're at almost 136,000 now, so we've gained a few people from the nation. I did something to my physical appearance when we hit 10K subs. Do you remember? I recommend other chat sports to my boys, but you guys are money. Keep doing what you're doing. Next Vegas trip, car bombs with you boys. Love having a legacy. I mean, I love having a legacy brick. All right, so he's got a legacy brick. That's pretty dope, man. I would say if you want to do a car bomb, next time I'm in Vegas, I'll definitely do one. If I'm in Vegas, I try to let people know, go out and grab some food, go out and grab a few drinks. I know my dad and I, we've been looking for something to do this summer, like a trip that him and I could make. So if anybody who's watching the show right now, if you're a part of a Raiders group, you plan on throwing a Raiders party, and you don't mind if my dad and I tag along, let me know the dates. Let me know. I'll put it up here on the show. I'll tell people to also go. But my dad and I were looking for some like little weekend vacation that we could do together. Go grab some food, grab some drinks, watch a baseball game, do something in that regard. But if you know somebody that are running the Raiders event, try to get them in contact with me because I'd love to show up. I know in Vegas, not Vegas, Orange County, California, every year they do like a huge Raiders party. If you know people running something, let me know. Cheers to you, Nathan, for being a long-time sub and your very first super chat. Somebody said porn stash, mustache. Nope. For 10K subs, I dyed my hair silver and my beard silver. I have a picture to prove it. It's on my IG if you want to go check it out. What is Ben saying? David Zahn says, who is DeAndre Carter? DeAndre Carter is a player that the Raiders have right now in Las Vegas for a visit. So, we're going to talk about him, though. We're going to get into the Raiders' visit here with wide receiver DeAndre Carter. He was on, let me think here, the Los Angeles Chargers last season. He was also a player that I brought up 2 months ago in a video in terms of a cheap special teams option that I would like the Raiders to get because he's a good special teams player. We'll break all that down. And then what we'll end up doing after we talk about him, we're going to end up then getting into the latest trade rumors around DeAndre Hopkins because the Raiders continue to get linked to Hopkins. I don't know if it ends up going down. I still think it's very unlikely. But I do think all Raider fans who are like, no way, like no way the Raiders ever trade for Hopkins. What position this offseason have the Raiders shown the most interest in and have shown the most willing to spend money on? What position has it been? The answer is wide receiver, which I don't think that would have been the position I would have guessed. But, yeah, that would have been the one. Also, I see some people saying a nice Hunter Renfrow jersey. It's actually not a Hunter Renfrow jersey. Shout out to Lucky Irish, pick number 13. I'll tell you about how you can get your own jersey. And if Lucky Irish is in the chat, if I wear your jersey here on the show, special deal for you. And just you got to let me know that you're here. All right, Chugs is saying, Mitch. Boo. Yikes. That one came from my belly button. I literally felt that one. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It was gross. That one's on me. Coming up here, though, is going to be the latest Raiders news rumors. Problem is, I got to pull up my script, so give me one sec. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. All right. You guys ready? Hit that like button. I think we're going to do like once happy hour hits. If we have a lot of likes racked up, it's going to be a lot of wheel spins, and that's good for you. Really, really bad for me. All right, let's go. Let's get it going. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and coming up here on today's show, we got some Raiders rumors, NFL trade rumors around DeAndre Hopkins. But here's the thing. DeAndre Carter, he's in Las Vegas. We're going to talk about him. Wouldn't be able to do today's show if it wasn't for today's sponsor, Panda Sups. Use code Raiders, 25% off at pandasups.com. Protein, pre-workout, nootropics, whatever you need, they got you covered. So the big story here around the Raiders is DeAndre is in Las Vegas. It's not DeAndre Hopkins, but it is Carter. And my question to everyone out there is, will the Raiders end up signing him, and how much could it potentially cost? I'm going to give you my opinion on how likely this move ends up going down, and ultimately how much it would cost the silver and black. So one of the reasons that I always tell people to watch this show is we got amazing fans here. And I tell people all the time, hit that sub button. This is the best way that I can tell you to subscribe to the Raiders Report. The Naturalist sent in a super chat that said the consistency does not go unnoticed. You guys are the GOATs. Raider Nation is the GOAT. We show that consistency because we have that commitment to excellence. So don't sub for me. Sub because Raider fans are saying that we're built different around here. Also, I never want you to miss a video, so you got to turn on those notifications. The people who are the very, very first people, part of that Noti gang, early on the video that I dropped on today, March 24th. Ghost. We had Raider fan go. Raiders Team Adams, David Gibson, and I am Legend O. I salute you. Thanks for showing that commitment as well. So let's get into the rumor here around Carter. Visiting the Raiders today on Friday. And I would say right now, if you had to break it all down from a top to bottom standpoint, I'd say wide receiver is the Raiders' best position as it stands right now. Carter, though, he also provides some special teams ability, which is one of the biggest reasons why I have brought him up before on this show. And depending on how long you've watched the Raiders Report, because I know we've had over 2,000 new subscribers in the last 2 weeks since NFL free agency has started. But 2 months ago, I brought up Carter as a potential cheap option that the Raiders could sign at wide receiver that you could also use as punt returner and a kick returner. He's a small dude, 5'8", 190 pounds, but he is coming off a career year. Also from Sacramento State. I tried to talk to a few people, and I actually think Carter grew up a Raiders fan. It's not confirmed, but one of my buddies who I trust say, I think Carter's a Raiders fan. So in 2018, didn't do much. The years that I want y'all to look at are his last two, especially this last season with the Chargers. He got the opportunity. And when I look at a player, just because you're in the NFL, sometimes you get unlucky. Sometimes you don't get the proper opportunities. DeAndre Carter took advantage of an opportunity last season where Mike Williams, Keenan Allen both go down. Justin Herbert's got to throw to somebody, and what does he do? 46 grabs, 538 yards, and 3 touchdowns. But the important thing that I do want the nation to look at is not so much his receiving ability, because if he ends up signing with the team, he's a good versatile player, going to pick up some clutch first downs. He's good slot guy, sparky, got a quick acceleration. It's his ability to do what he can do in special teams. And last season, the Raiders, they were one of the worst teams in the NFL in terms of punt return yards. Carter last season, 11.7 average. If you're like, where does that compare to the Raiders? Hunter Renfrow and Keelan Cole both average under 7 yards a return. He at least gives you a little bit more ability. And then on top of that, not only is it the punt return, he also gives you the ability to be a kick returner as well. So if they end up signing him, I could see the Raiders end up doing something like you got Amir Abdullah and DeAndre Carter. And in 2021, he was top 5 in the NFL in return yards per return. I mean, 25.1. Those are some pretty legit numbers. Last season, to be honest, he wasn't all that great because I actually think he got frustrated because teams never really kicked him the ball. They usually just put Justin Herbert at the 25-yard line, or they try to put him back at the 1. is what it is, but DeAndre Carter can help you out on offense and in special teams. And with this Raiders team, with McDaniels, with Ziegler, they really, really value special teams. So what do you think? Do you want the Raiders to sign DeAndre Carter? Give me a yes. Give me a no. I understand that there's a lot of people out there that are like, we have enough wide receivers. He's a good player, though, and he gives you special teams ability, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. So for all of y'all, you're going to get hit with a YouTube ad break. Scroll on down and let me know. Do you want the Raiders to sign DeAndre Carter? Yes, I would like the Raiders to make this move. Would it be another receiver addition? Have we already spent a lot of money on wide receiver? No doubt about it. But to me, I see the value. I see the value in a player that can still help out this offense. And he was one of my top cheap wide receiver options that I thought made some sense for this team. Does that mean bad news for other guys on the current roster? It sure does. You already brought in Jacoby Myers. You added your deep threat, Philip Dorsett. You signed Tyler Johnson earlier in the offseason as well, who I like. But then this signing, to me personally, would really, really impact two players. The first player it would really impact is Hunter Renfrow. And I'm not saying by signing DeAndre Carter, that means Hunter Renfrow is going to get traded. That's not what I mean. If anything, the reason why I brought up Carter 2 months ago is because I did not want Renfrow back there getting punts anymore. He's had way too many concussions, he's had too many injuries, and when you pay him the amount of money that you're paying him, you can't have him back there returning a punt. I want Hunter Renfrow to be healthy. I want Renfrow in the slot. I want him dominating receivers, and if he can get 50, 60 catches, that's great. I don't need him as a punt returner. You add DeAndre Carter to be your punt returner to take that pressure off of Hunter Renfrow. It would be really, really bad news, though, for DJ Turner. To me, this would essentially almost be like your DJ Turner replacement. The reason why Turner has had a spot on this Raiders roster is not because he's a great receiver. It's because he's versatile with the ball in his hands when on offense, but Carter's better than Turner. And he's a better returner, and he's a better kick returner as well. So to me, if Carter ended up coming to this team, it would be bad news for Turner. I don't know if they're going to cut him outright because I still think that he's better than some of the other options that the Raiders have. However, though, I do think that it would essentially result him in being practice squad only. So to me, Carter, if signed, main role would be a special teams guy. He might be able to come in the game here and there, offer a few good catches, might be able to do a few jet sweeps. He's a good athlete with special teams value, and for that, I do know that the Raiders ultimately really valued that. So next up here is the question, do I think the Raiders are going to do it? I predicted that the Raiders were going to sign O.J. Howard. We predicted that the Raiders were going to sign Austin Hooper. So are the Raiders going to sign DeAndre Carter? I'll tell you, but I got to show some love to today's sponsor, Panda Sups. They have a really cool deal going on right now. It's not going to last forever. If you use code Raiders, you're going to be able to save 25% off. Link's going to be available for you guys in the comments and in the description of today's video. It's pandasups.com. If you want to have the best tasting protein, I promise you, you're going to love it. There's real chunks of strawberries, real chunks of cookies, and both of these 30 grams of protein, around 130, 140 calories. But my favorite part about it is I'll drink a protein shake, and it fills me up for a few hours, which I can't say that about a lot of proteins that I drink. If you're looking to shed a little bit of weight, let's just say hypothetically speaking, I don't know, you do a job and you drank for 2 straight weeks, and you're looking to shed a few pounds, they have a product that's called Burn. It's a thermogenic. It is also known as a fat burner. You take the cuts, which is a pill, or you can take the powder form, and it's going to melt off you. There's weeks where I don't take this, and then there's a week where I'll use this product. I'll lose 10 pounds in a week, and the only thing that I change is I use this product here. Give it a try. Pandasups.com. Promo code Raiders. Link's going to be available for you guys down in the comments and description again. And on top of that, the reason why maybe you should support Panda Sups the most, they've been a sponsor here on the Raider Sport for almost 2 years, and the guy who owns it is a diehard Raider fan. So we support family. Let's continue to rock and roll here with DeAndre Carter because he is visiting the Raiders today on Friday. So the multi-million-dollar question, or maybe just a $1 million question, is will he end up signing with the Raiders? I'm starting to get a track record here. I was told by a good source earlier in the week that the Raiders are going to be very busy this week. And guess what? Yeah, that's kind of lived up to the hype. I'm going to give this one 3 just win, babies. I do think a deal ultimately ends up getting done with Carter and with the Raiders. One of the biggest reasons is he's a fit special teams-wise. He's a good all-around player, and the Raiders have shown plenty of interest on the offense. On top of that, what's something that I've been saying a lot? You got to find the tie. Where is DeAndre Carter cross paths with some player or coach that McDaniels and Ziegler trust? He was once a member with the Houston Texans. That's the connection with Nick Caserio. On top of that, last season with the Chargers, he had some really solid games, and he played pretty damn well, especially against the Raiders. So in terms of how much is it going to cost, if the Raiders bring him in, it's not going to be a lot. I think you're going to be looking at somewhere around $1.5 million on a one-year deal, and the Raiders then just add more depth, more versatility to this wide receiver room. But then more importantly, they also add a return man that they can trust, and that also is going to take a little bit extra pressure off of, you guessed it, Hunter Renfrow. Next thing coming up here is this. You probably clicked on the video because you saw DeAndre in Las Vegas. Unfortunately for some of y'all, it is not DeAndre Hopkins, but the question is, could they actually get this deal done? Could they actually try to trade for Hopkins? Because yesterday, on the Pat McAfee show, Adam Pac-Man Jones said that, hey, guess what? The Raiders are one of the 5 teams interested in Hop, and I'll show you the other 4, but before I do, this is a very important time of the year to give me a follow on all social media to stay up to date. If you want to join some of the other diehard fans over on locals like Brandon Jasper, Wild One, Aaron Devandre, there's a bunch of goats over there. It's RaidersReport.locals.com. So unlike Carter's a free agent. You just have to sign him. If you want Hopkins, you got to make a trade. And according to Pac-Man, the Raiders are one of the teams that are interested. And I'll be real with y'all. I would have never thought when free agency started that the Raiders would show as much interest in the wide receiver position as they had. But I do think we have to look at ourselves in the mirror right now and be like, the amount of moves that the Raiders have made at wide receiver, would it surprise any of us if they made another move for receiver? They are obviously not very confident in the current wide receiver room, and maybe they're trying to work on other deals behind the scenes. Also, it's been reported that many NFL teams look at the DeAndre Hopkins trade as more of a salary cap dump for Arizona than just a trade straight up. For that reason, it's not going to cost nearly as much. One NFL insider said that you're probably looking at what the Brandon Cooks trade cost, which was not a lot whatsoever. In terms of Hopkins, is he still a top 5 receiver? I don't know. I would bet on him being top 10, though. 64 grabs, 717 yards, 3 touchdowns. He is a red zone monster. And imagine you as a defensive coordinator. You got to stop Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Jacoby Myers, Josh Jacobs, Austin Hooper. I mean, good luck. Those first four guys I mentioned, good luck trying to slow down that offense. Even with Jimmy Garoppolo, that would make Josh McDaniels look pretty good. And I think McDaniels cares about looking pretty good. So some of the teams that have been mentioned from Pac-Man, the Falcons, the Ravens, the Bills, the Raiders, the Patriots. The only team that so far has been disputed in that is New England. Today, the Patriots on Friday, their top beat reporter came out and said the New England Patriots are not interested. The 2 teams that I would think could be the top 2 teams to make the deal for him personally, I would have said the Baltimore Ravens. However, They did just sign Nelson Aguilar. The Buffalo Bills are a team to keep in mind. I still think the Kansas City Chiefs should not be slept on. Atlanta could end up getting aggressive. The Carolina Panthers could end up getting aggressive. But there's going to be teams out there, especially if all it ends up costing is something like what the Brandon Cooks trade was. I mean, this is what it was. The Cowboys got Cooks, and it was $6 million in salary. The Texans ended up getting a 5th. And or the Cardinals ended up getting a 5th and a 6th round pick, right? Or no? I'm sorry. Texans. I thought DeAndre, Texans. I'm getting all mixed up. No, Cooks was with Houston. So, that's all it cost. Cooks is a very talented receiver. I don't think he's up to the level of what Hopkins could be. But if it was a 5th and a 6th round pick for DeAndre, I do think you'd have to consider it. Now, the next question is, all right, well, how much money would it ultimately cost? When you look at DeAndre's contract, according to Over the Cap, the Raiders would only have to take on his base salary. Because you only have to take on his base salary in a trade, it would be $19.5 million in 2023, and then essentially $15 million in 2024. I don't know, man. DeAndre Hopkins, for that amount of money, when you look at how much some of these receivers are going for, I do think it's kind of enticing. So here's my question. Do you want the Raiders to trade for DeAndre Hopkins? To the 1,500 people watching this live, and then there's going to be some people that watch this on a later date, which, hey, totally fine. Give me a T for trade or type P for pass. Would you want the Raiders to trade for DeAndre Hopkins? I would love, and I mean from a Raiders Report watch party standpoint, from a fantasy football standpoint, I would love to see Adams and Hopkins on the field together. But if I'm being real, if I'm going to spend $19.5 million, okay, I would rather them invest that on a big-time defensive player, and I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see the Raiders making that big of a splash and paying that much money to a receiver. If Arizona is willing to eat a little extra money, then we could get it going. I think it would be a fun deal to look at, but I don't think it is honestly the smart thing for the Raiders to do because you can put up 30 points a game. But if you can't prevent people from putting up 32, you're still going to end up losing. So, a lot of money. I don't think it ends up going down. So, ultimately, my take here on adding a receiver is the Raiders have shown through this entire offseason that they want to add to the receiver room. So, anything's possible. Would I be excited if the Raiders traded for Hopkins? Of course I would. He is a big, big name wide receiver. I just think McDaniels and Ziegler are ultimately going to hit that P for pass, and they're going to move on. If Hopkins does get traded, though, oh, you already know. We're going live. So make sure you're subscribed if you made it this far in the video. I salute you. Make sure you got those notifications turned on. I've had a few people ask me, okay, if Hopkins gets traded, is it a 10-hour live? I'll say maybe. If Hopkins gets traded, it's maybe a 10-hour live, and on top of that, the gummy bear deal may be on the table. So, only time's going to tell, but you're going to miss it unless you're subscribed, and you're definitely going to miss it if those noties aren't on. All right, Chuggy Bull, shout out your area code, and I'm going to try to guess where you're from, apparently. This is going to be a nightmare. My geography skills may be worse than my math skills, which may be worse than my reading comprehension.
We went live pretty quick, so Mitch didn't have a time to look over all the graphics.
There's only, oh man, there's a few area codes I'll get.
All right. First one.
816.
816.
I'm going to say that's Bakersfield, California.
Let me see.
Gummy bear deal from Kevin Jones. There is a gummy bear that is 6 times hotter than the chip. That's the gummy bear deal.
816 is Kansas City,
no,
St. Joseph.
Not even close. Keystone Raider 1982, the 570. Central Pennsylvania. That's my area code. Shout, I got that one. So right now I'm 1 for 2.
All right, 480.
480?
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely somewhere in the middle of North Carolina.
No?
No?
Tyler Jones would love this one. The 480, Maricopa County.
Where's that? All right, what's the next challenge? You pick.
317.
317. Oh, no doubt, Iowa.
Indianapolis.
I mean, that's the same thing, basically.
Let's see, the 626.
All right, so you're looking at now probably somewhere in like the New Mexico region.
This is LA County,
including
all right. Pasadena.
We're getting closer.
Let's see. Keep them coming. The 970.
The 970? That's Oregon.
That is Breckenridge, Colorado.
Same thing. All right, one more.
One more. Okay,
this one's guaranteed.
More. Let's give you 717.
717?
Yeah.
Carry the 1.
Dude, if you don't get this one.
Las Vegas.
No. Southern Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yes.
Son of a gun.
Southern Pennsylvania.
808 is, I believe, Santa Clara or Santa Maria. I believe 808. There's a good brewing company that's somewhere around there. All right, y'all. I mean, I think overall I got most of them right, so I'm going to give myself a pat on the back there.
And if you haven't already, use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat to get on the mailbag.
All right, here's the game. Here's going to be a game we play the rest of the live show. You send in a Super Chat with your area code, okay? If I guess the correct state, Chugs has to finish a beer. If not, I got to take a drink.
Finish a beer?
Well, finish your drink. Take a shot. How about you take a shot?
Okay.
All right, so if you guys send in a super, I guess the state correct, I'll tell you this. It's a 1 out of 50 shot. I think you're going to be all right.
408.
No, it's got to be a super.
This is a super.
Oh, shit. All right. I didn't even see it. 408. Jeez. Let's go with Mr. Papaya Man, who looks like he's in California. I'm going to go with California.
Well, you can't just say California.
I said if I guess the state right.
Oh, the state?
Yes.
Oh, that's not fair.
It's a 1 out of 50.
His area or his picture is California.
I think that means you're taking a shot.
Oh, my God. I did not agree to this. All right, 510.
All right, if you guys want to screw over Jeremy, just put your state as your picture. All right, 510. I'm going to go Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, 570.
Nope.
Where is it?
Northern Cal.
Northern Cal. Are you effing me? All right. Super chat your area code if I guess it right. Jugs has to do a shot. If I guess it wrong, I'll take a drink.
207.
Man, that's a low number. That just seems like Florida to me.
Nope. Maine.
I was going to go the other way.
All right, 417.
All right, 417. The other one earlier was, I'm going to go California.
Missouri.
Son of a god. You're not, are you drinking?
All right, 208.
208. That's New Hampshire then.
Iowa. Or
Dude.
Idaho.
Idaho. All right, this is getting out of hand.
If you don't get this one, 619.
Texas?
No. San Diego. Rey Mysterio.
See,
Booyaka, booyaka,
I didn't watch a lot of wrestling.
All right, 505.
Also, we do have a mailbag, so you can use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. 505. Vegas.
New Mexico.
Dang it.
856.
Oh! This one's running from Runway Jet. Bang! And it's his first ever. First ever from Runway Jet 813. Hang on, I got to add you to the Boot Hall of Fame. Runway Jet 323. Add him to the Boot Hall of Fame. For those that don't know, every 100 we get, you get added to our Boot Hall of Fame. And once this thing gets filled, giggity, we drink it. And also when it gets filled, we auction it off. So for today's MVP, it's got to go to Runway Jet. First super chat, so that's a drink. I do need a refill. If somebody, hang on, 813, California.
Tampa.
Runway.
I do have to say,
What?
this is going to be hard to get through the mailbag because all of the super chats are just numbers.
Well, we'll get through them all.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get through all the supers, all the area codes, and then we'll get into the mailbag. It's all good.
856.
Hang on. Can you get, I need a refill. I need a refill.
Yeah.
All right, so this one's 856. Oh, boy. Hang on. Jeremy's going to go get me a refill, and then we'll get into the mailbag. We got a few more guesses to go. I'm not Googling. Hands are up here, just so you all know. And if you guys haven't already, if somebody could, how about this, while Jeremy's away. Ooh. Man, these Trulies are kicking my butt. Everybody start spamming Runway Jet. You spam Runway Jet, I'm going to give you a shout out. First ever super chat on the Raiders Report, and he threw in a $100. Let's give Runway Jet some love. If you don't know the game we're playing, you super chat your area code. I guess it. If I guess right, Jeremy's got to take a shot. If I guess wrong, I got to take a drink. Runway Jet from Donnie. Jeremy Cole, Tropical Remy.
All right.
Jose Garcia.
856.
Shout out to Andrew, Dr. Tiki, Sarah Otto, Raider Tone, Rico.
856.
856. I feel like we had an 8 earlier. I'm going to go Florida.
New Jersey.
Dang it. All right.
678.
This one seems like in the middle, so I'm going to go Kansas.
Let's see, 678. Atlanta.
It's close.
559 and a first-time super.
559 and a first-time super from Young Zagoti. For those that don't know, yes, we went live today for the breaking news of the Raiders signing John Jenkins. That video is already out on the channel if you want to go check it out. Also, every Friday, we do our Raiders Happy Hour show, for those that do not know that. But right now we're playing a little game, then we're going to get into a mailbag, and then this show I do think could get a little bit wild. 559. Maryland.
Nope. Fresno, California.
I was going to say California.
617.
California.
Boston. 802.
Patrick B. California.
Vermont.
You know what? I knew that, Patrick. That's on me.
319.
California.
No, it says southeastern and east central parts of the U.S. state of Iowa. So Iowa.
Oh! This one's rolling in from Sweet Jazz Bang!
707.
707. James Bond 007. For that reason, California.
Nope.
Dang. I'm just going to. All right.
It is California.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Let's rock. Everybody spam Sweet Jazz. Jazz. I'll take a shot no matter what.
765.
Sarah Otto, always. Sarah Otto's a real one. 765. Vegas.
No, Indiana.
Dang it. All right, next one.
Let's see, 209.
Ooh, we had a 2 earlier. It was up. Is it up there? Is it Maine? Is it Maine?
No, it's California.
Dang it. How do... I know zip codes go...
510.
That's Cali, but he gave it away. Said that's Cali.
Oh, yeah. Town business, baby.
Yo, everybody spam Oak. Let's get some OAKs in the chat.
916.
That's Sacramento, because graphic is graph 916.
Yeah.
Jeff, cheers to you.
707.
Oh, son of a gun. We had this one earlier.
Yeah.
And that was the 100, which is California.
Yep.
You got some shots to take.
732.
Hang on. I got 3 in a row right.
Cool.
Unfortunately, this name might give it away. I'm going to go with it. Hang on. Hang on. All right. I'm going to go with New Jersey.
Yep. All right. 501.
Oh, man. All right, Joseph, you doing me dirty here? Joseph looks like a Cali Bull.
Nope, Little Rock.
Arkansas.
209.
We've gotten that one before. That's California.
Yep.
Let's go, Eric.
510.
Let's go, Eric.
510.
Yeah, that's Oaktown.
Yep. Already.
This is like that game you play with your buddies, like F the dealer.
432.
Well, now I'm starting to get him. Thomas Frazier, son of a gun. I just sent him something. Thomas Frazier, Indiana.
Texas.
Dang it!
805.
Hang on. Wait, 805. I mean, if 808 is California, 805 has to be California. It's got to be. Yeah. Impossible. All right.
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
George.
George Bush.
419.
419. Oh, man. 420, I would imagine, is in Oregon. So for that, I'm going to go Oregon.
Toledo in Ohio.
Holy Toledo. Ellison. Steel Cage.
310.
Any news on Wagner? No news on Wagner. I'm going to go with 310 here. California.
Yeah.
When in doubt, go with Cali.
225.
225. Richard Lee. He's a Texas Bull.
Nope. Baton Rouge.
Really? I thought Richard was a Texas guy.
801.
Just win, baby. 801. I'm going to go California.
801. Nope. Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh!
601.
Michael Scrogan. Judge him by the picture. I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Mississippi.
Oh, it's in the name. It's the M.
801. We just got that one.
What is it?
Just got it a second ago.
It's California.
Really?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
No, Utah.
I've gotten too many at this point.
Keep it the work.
Steven.
Fresno, California. Love you guys. Let's go.
Steven, cheers to you, my guy.
402.
Brandon Jasper. Brandon, I believe, is from Iowa.
Nebraska.
Ah, that's right, because him and Brass Raider. OG. 505. Tyree Wilson at 7. Love you guys. 505. I'm going to go with OG. He's an OG. That means he's from California.
Nope, New Mexico.
OG. You guys are going to hold me accountable here. 605.
605.
Mississippi.
South Dakota.
I might actually be going to South Dakota soon, Jack.
407.
California?
Orlando. Let's see. 503.
Or 541. Mike Aldridge in the background. It looks like there's some. I'm going to go Florida.
Portland, Oregon.
Ah, dang it, Mike.
971.
California.
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, Luis.
And then 732.
California.
New Jersey.
Ah, Kevin Rod. Oh, dude. You know what, Kevin? That's on me. I know you're from New Jersey.
All right.
I didn't even look at the name.
Now let's get into our mailbag. Hashtag Raiders or Super Chat as I just pile through all of these. Where is it?
All right, y'all. Area code deal has ended. All right, it's mailbag time.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe once we get back into, the shit show of our happy hour deal a little bit later on, we'll get back into it. But Brandon says 712. 712 Nebraska, I think. So if you guys send in an area code, it's going to be later. It's going to be later in the show, just so y'all know. Happy hour is going to be starting after the mailbag, okay? Once happy hour starts, I'm going to tell you, the deal that Chugs and I have put together for happy hour, it's going to last an hour. So it's going to be a legit hour, happy hour on the Raiders report. So to all 1,000 of y'all tuned in right now, I hope you're ready. Chugs, you ready?
Let's do it.
He's ready to get this thing going. I think y'all are ready to get this thing going as well. I just saw some wild shit pop up on my screen. Nothing football related, but I've been watching The Last of Us. Some scary stuff. Fungus spreads in less than 4 months across the hospital. It's not good, man. If you haven't watched The Last of Us, you need to watch it. Hell of a show. All right, coming up right now here on the Raiders Report, it's going to be a mailbag. I'm going to answer your questions for the next 15 minutes or so. So, you want those questions, comments featured, hashtag Raiders to join the line, super chat to skip the line to be featured up here on the show. Mailbag question, 12, 15 minutes coming up right now. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. And coming up here on today's show, we're going to get into all of the questions from Raider Nation around the latest draft rumors, trade rumors, free agency rumors. Before I get into all of it, I know this. I know this show does a lot of amazing things. I also know the NFL is a crazy time. So if you could, join the fam here, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. If you thought free agency was a time, wait for the NFL draft. We're going to be live all 3 days, every single pick. It's going to be insane, and I don't think you're going to want to miss it. Let's go to the first one. We're running here from Ben Bravo. Defensive lineman Moro Ujamo from Texas. Trade from 38 to 50-ish. I'll be real with you. That's way too high for me. I see some people that are a lot higher on him than me personally. He's not in my top, I'd say, top 10 off the top of my head here for defensive tackle, so I'm not taking him in round 2 or even round 3 at this point. Let's go to J. Crew. How do you feel about Malik Cunningham, quarterback from Louisville? He's a lot lower on my rankings list because, to me, when I look at the Josh McDaniels offense with Jimmy Garoppolo, it's not going to look the same. I'm not just saying this because they went to the same college at Louisville, but if the Raiders were to make a move for Lamar Jackson, right, and your offense is around some mobile quarterback, the 2 lower-tier QBs that I would look up to be a backup to Lamar would be Malik Cunningham or DTR from UCLA. Let's go to Devin James. Thoughts on drafting Siaka Ika in the 3rd round, the defensive tackle from Baylor. If I butchered his name, I'm sorry. I always try to get it right. He's a big-time interior defensive lineman. He's right now my 5th ranked DT on the list. But I will admit, after my top 4, which is Mozzie Smith, Kalijah Cansey, Jalen Carter, and then I'm missing a name in there. Regardless, though, I can't think of it off the top of my head. He's in my top 5. Who?
Brissy.
Brian Brissy. Thanks, Chugs. So he is a tier down, and he would be a round 3 prospect, and I don't know if he's going to be available at pick number 70 because defensive tackle, for how expensive they went in free agency, I do think there's going to be a lot of teams out there that look at that position, especially in the draft. Let's go here to Alan Raider. Mitch, when you had your dad on your birthday show and you were worried about him, how was he that night? Hope you and your dad had a great time together. I always worry about him. I'm always going to worry about my parents, though. However, we had a hell of a night. He took a power nap when we got home. And then that night, I did not know it, but Alex surprised me with my 2 best friends, my college best friend, my best friend from home. We went out. We had a hell of a night. We had a hell of a weekend. He did a good job for being up there in age a little bit. He did a good job for hanging on. But, Alan, I appreciate that one, man. Let's go to Seabass. Thoughts on Young going to dinner with the staff? It's smart. If you're the Raiders, you need to do your homework on every single quarterback prospect, whether or not you think that there's a chance that they could fall to you, or if you're going to trade up or not. If I'm the Raiders and I want to stockpile draft picks, I want all 31 NFL teams to think that there is a possibility that I could trade up, or that if he's available, that I have a chance to take him. So for that reason, you want to get to know your quarterback prospects. And I said it before, the only 2 QBs that I believe the Raiders would actually trade up for, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. So I like it from multiple different reasons. Let's go to Paul R. Romero. Do you think the Raiders would trade up for Bryce Young? Perfect. If he's available at number 3, I do think it would end up happening. And if we go back and we look at some past moves that some other teams have made, and I will admit, if the Raiders were to make a trade, right? If Bryce Young falls down to 3, that means I think Anthony Richardson or Will Levis is off the board. I definitely think C.J. Stroud's off the board. And if Stroud's there at 3, that ultimately means that there's going to be a lot of other teams potentially trying to trade up. So that would also say that there's going to be a bidding war. If the Indianapolis Colts are at 4 and the Raiders are at 7 and you want to jump Indianapolis to get to number 3, you're going to have to give up a lot of picks. So what's kind of funny here is Chugs and I were talking about this before. So Chugs, if you go back and you look at some old graphics that you and I made, we actually have a trade around this exact scenario where if he were to fall down to pick number 3, we said this is what it could potentially cost. Las Vegas Raiders get the number 3 pick. Arizona Cardinals, this is what again, the scenario is Bryce Young falls down to 3. That means the price tag goes up. To me, this is what could potentially you could offer. Arizona Cardinals, they get your first and your second round pick this year. You get your first round pick next year, and then you also throw in Hunter Renfrow. What do you think of that deal? Would you do it? You're like, man, that's too much. If you think that's too much, then you don't want to trade up and get Bryce Young. But hey, I want to know from all y'all down in the comment section right now, would you make this trade? Type trade, or I want you to type for pass. Remember, the scenario on screen is Bryce Young slides all the way down to the number 3 pick, and he's on the board. Let's go to one of our brand new supporters here on the show, Mr. R. Rafterman, where realistically, I feel like if Trivan hopped into a time portal and went 20 years in the future, this might just be Trivan. Got to meet with buddies tonight, so not going to be on. Just win, baby. And Raiders! Everybody spam Rafterman in the comments. A brand new watcher, a brand new supporter, and it sounds like he likes to get down with the nation. Let's go to Kale Loza. All I got to say is just win, baby. Raiders forever and ever. The reason why there's only one nation, the reason why we bleed silver and black is because of people like Rafterman, Kale, who bleed that commitment, man. Let's go to Mr. Papaya, man. Jalen Carter or Chris Gonzalez at 7. I will go with Chris Gonzalez at 7, which is a lot different than what I would have said 2 months ago. Carter scares the hell out of me. Chris Gonzalez has the potential to be the best cornerback in the National Football League. He's that good. Also, when you look at the moves that the Raiders have made on the defensive side of the football, they've gone after a lot of undersized corners, right? Duke Shelley, 5'9". David Long Jr., he's 5'11". So there's still a need there for a bigger outside corner, and Chris Gonzalez would absolutely fill that void. If you guys don't already know, if you're trying to live a happy, healthier life, I encourage you to go check out our sponsor today. It is Athletic Greens, and you can go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I think you would really like it. So I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Get comprehensive, convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted immune system support and wanted a supplement that tastes great. I take AG1 in the morning, and it makes me feel ready to take on my day. My grandparents always told me that the early bird gets the worm. So AG1, it gives me that motivation to get as many worms as possible every single day. AG1 really helps me getting my day started, getting out of bed, especially after some of our Friday happy hour shows. It's, well, difficult. And I'm a person who likes and needs a routine. AG1 helps me stick to my healthy routine, which is waking up early. I take my AG1. I take my dog Chuck for a walk. Then I'll try to hit the gym before work. Covering my nutritional basis for the day, literally, could it be easier, which is why I trust Athletic Greens. I just mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing in the morning. Done! I always like it because it costs less than $3 per day. That's pretty good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients. It is a just-win baby. If a comprehensive solution is what you need for your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. So go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check it out. Link's going to be available for you guys in the comments and in the description of today's show. Let's go to M-Tune. We need defensive line help. Are there any free agents left that we could sign? There's still plenty of free agents that the Raiders could sign. It's just a matter of how much money do they want to be able to spend at the DT position. The Raiders did sign a defensive tackle on Friday, John Tank Jenkins, and I got to give my flowers to Graf. He was on this show on Wednesday live with Chugs and I, and he said, hey, heard from a source, the Raiders could end up signing Jenkins if he doesn't retire. He ends up signing with the Raiders on Friday. The number one defensive tackle that I would look at right now for the Raiders that could be a good fit, Matt Iondas. Don't know if it ends up going down, but yes, there are still plenty of defensive tackles available, plenty of defensive players available. Let's go to Kevin Rogers. Safe offense and defensive pick at number 7. I mean, safest pick at 7 for offense, I'd go with Peter Skoronski, throw him in at guard. And then defensive pick, the safest guy, like realistically, at number 7, Chris Gonzalez. Don't think Will Anderson falls down to number 7, but those would be. I also think Tyree Wilson's going to be a hell of an edge rusher. It's just not that big of a need for the Raiders. Let's go to Joseph. What do you think? DeAndre Carter from Army, really, really good athlete. And I wish I could have watched more film on him. I haven't watched as much film at that position for the simple fact of, not that it's not a need. You always need to be able to get after the quarterback, but edge rusher to me has been a little bit lower on my list. He is a good player. He is a good athlete. Very well disciplined, obviously being at Army. And if he falls down the board, which I don't think ends up happening, I do think the Raiders could show some interest. Let's go to J-Mo H, a.k.a. Devil J. Paris Johnson at 7. Otherwise, I reckon we get more picks. I'll be real with you. If the Raiders ended up taking an offensive tackle at number 7, I would be unbelievably pissed off. There's no reason to take an offensive tackle at 7. You have Colt Miller at left tackle. You have Jermaine Illuminor, who's going to be your starting right tackle. So I don't necessarily know where the fit is. If they were to take Paris Johnson at 7, I'd be really ticked off. Let's go to Raiders 1960. I heard Josh Jacobs jerseys are on sale. Could they trade him too? I don't think they're going to move on from Jacobs. I know there's a lot of drama right now with some of the stuff he's been posting on social media, right? But we don't even know if that's necessarily around the Raiders. The biggest reason why I would say, hey, maybe Jacobs jerseys are on sale, maybe change his number to 8, right? Like that was a story that came out last year. Josh flirted with the idea of changing his number to go to number 8, his college number. So if I were to say anything, maybe it's that. I don't think the Raiders are going to end up moving on from Jacobs. However, what do y'all think? Will Josh Jacobs play this season with the Raiders? Give me a Y for yes, give me an N for no. The only way that I say no is if he's like, I'm not playing underneath the franchise tag. Either give me a contract extension or trade me. And if I was the Raiders, I would call him out on that bluff, because if you don't play under the tag, you don't get paid. And if you're a running back, you pull the whole Le'Veon Bell thing, you go a whole entire season without playing, yeah, there's going to be teams out there that look at what Jacobs once previously did, but he's not going to get nearly as much money. I would call the bluff. DJ Raider Strug, how do you feel about our depth in the secondary? It's getting there. We're still a lot of pieces away from improving our defense. I would still say that our defense is weaker this year than what it was last year, which is going to scare the hell out of a lot of people. But the one positive note that I've been trying to flip on people is when you have all these players trying to fit in the Patrick Graham scheme, it's what the Raiders need, because this Raiders defense has had Paul Gunther guys, Gus Bradley guys, Patrick Graham guys, all jammed into one defense. For the first time in a long time, I think what this Raiders team is doing, building in the draft, building some certain players that fit their personal mold, that have played in past systems, that have that connection. They're trying to build a cohesive unit on defense, which is really, really important, because you got to know your assignments. Let's go to the Magosho 11. D-Hop said if he gets traded, he's willing to restructure his contract for the team, knowing that would then mind still potentially trading for him. I mean, it comes down to money with me for Hopkins. If you're telling me Hopkins is willing to renegotiate that contract and he's willing to be somewhere around, I don't know, 10, 11, Hunter Renfrow for me is making $12, $13 million a year. If I can get DeAndre Hopkins at around $13 million per year, where if I said, hey, I'm going to trade away Hunter Renfrow, I save about $11.6 million, use that money to go out and get DeAndre Hopkins, and all you got to do is give up a 5th and a 6th round pick like it cost Brandon Cooks, sign me up every single day of the week. Let's go to Christopher McGuire. What linebacker prospect is this year's draft fits Patrick Graham's system in the first 3 rounds? So usually I'm not too big on drafting linebackers early because I do think it's the easiest position to be able to replace. My top 2 linebackers that would fit in any single scheme out there, Jack Campbell from Iowa, and then Drew Sanders from Arkansas. If you're able to get one of those top 2 dudes, you'd probably have to take within the top. You probably got to take them at 38. At least that's where I think they go off the board. That's where I'm looking at. Let's go to Willie from Super Thanks. Thanks for all you do for Raider Nation. I do what I do because I know we have amazing fans. I know what we do here is sometimes unorthodox. It's a little bit wild, but we have a good time. If you don't know what Super Thanks is, it's a feature on YouTube where you can send in, it's basically a super chat on non-live videos to say, hey, thanks for what you do. If you do that, just like Super Chats, we will put you up on screen. If I missed your question, always remember you guys can hit me up on social media and all that kind of good stuff. I will get to this one from R. Martin. Jalen Carter, edge rusher, Tyree Wilson, Will Levis look solid today. I know Will Levis had his pro day today. Did Jalen Carter have another practice? Like, I don't know the whole Jalen Carter thing, so I knew Will Levis had his day. I'm going to watch my own tape because pro days, everybody looks great. That's what pro days are for. Pro days are for college to say, hey, look how great this guy is, because if he gets drafted, it makes the college look better. I'll admit, I look at the NFL Combine. I look at tape, like real-life tape here. NFL Scouting Combine here. Pro days all the way down there. Now, if you haven't already, interact with me on social media. Y'all know where to find me. Hit me up over on Locals as well. Appreciate everyone who tuned in to today's live show, to today's mailbag, and hopefully when you watch this, you're going to be having a hell of a weekend. All right, Nation, we got some more Super Chats to be able to get through here. So, Chugs, what I want you to do is we're going to roll through some of the other Supers that we have here, and then I think it's time to get happy hour started. Francisco sent me area code in already, but this game shows the Raider family runs deep, and we truly are only one nation under Al. Francisco, I salute you, my good sir. James Moore, Raider 775. The 775, that's California. Ah, son of a gun. Arlen 602. Also Nevada. Alan Cruz, happy hour. Even though Lent ain't over, sipping some non-alcoholic Budweiser. Love y'all and Raider Nation. I mean, I didn't give up anything for Lent this year. I tried to do something else for Lent, which I'll be able to tell you guys about here in probably like a few months from now, but for now, can't tell you. Let's go to Brandon. Alley-oop, Mitch. Locals. Throws it down, Mitch, for the best content, personal interaction, and more live shows. We do a lot more stuff over on Locals, though, over the past 2 weeks. I'll admit, it's been a little bit more difficult because we've done 60-something hours of live content here. Daniel, first ever Super Chat. Friendly reminder, you send in your first ever Super. We'll take a drink. We'll celebrate that. Daniel, thank you very much, my good sir. Scott, you called me Sarah Otto when I sent in an earlier Super Chat. I don't think I called you Sarah Otto. Probably what happened was Super Chat was up on screen. I looked down in the comments, and Sarah was talking. Sarah's always commenting, so a lot of times, I'll be real with y'all. I'll see comments like they're up here on my screen, and because I see certain names more than others, my eyes are drawn to those names. So when Sarah types, I see it. That's just the God honest truth. Let's go to Sean. 541 is my area code. Where do you think I live? Love you guys. Can't wait for the draft. Sean's been an OG for a very, very long time here on this show. I'm going to say 5-4-1 Sean Forbes. Let's go with New York. Oregon, son of a gun. Drano 3000. Mitch, what do you think our focus is for the draft? Free agency is still happening, but if it ended today, which side of the ball do you think they focus? Defense. The Raiders are going to build this defense through the draft, and it might not be the most impactful defense right away, but they're going to try to find guys that they believe fit that system for multiple years down the road. So it's going to be defense, Drano. Aggressive Master Raider. That's an elite name. Let's get Mitch or Chugs to recite the autumn wind. I will admit there is one way today that could happen, and we do have a wheel. I don't know if you put the wheel in motion yet or if you built it. That's up to you. It's all good. So what we're going to end up doing here is I believe we got one more super, and then we're going to get Raiders Happy Hour started. So hopefully y'all are ready to get this party really rocking and rolling. So this is what's going to happen here. Chugs and I, we're going to put 60 minutes on the clock. Once 60 minutes is over, Raiders Happy Hour is over. Now, obviously, if the Raiders, they make a move, they make a signing, well, then guess what? That's going to change everything. But the game we're going to play is we're going to show you all a happy hour deal. And I'm trying to get this weekend kicked off, started the right way. I know that Raider fans always are down to have a good time. And here at Chat Sports, we're doing actually a few of the guys. We're going to watch some college basketball at a bar close by. Alex is going to come hang out with us as well. I'm sure some other significant others will be there. And we're going to try to get the weekend kicked off, started. So if you want to get your weekend get started a little bit earlier, then hey, hopefully you guys are ready to have a good time here on today's show. We do have a few different items, which there's a thing that I got right here that you guys might see me looking at that I am unbelievably worried about. However, you guys have killed it this week, and I'm ready to put my body on the line for y'all like I always am. So, with that being said, happy hour is officially started. Once that clock hits 0, that will be closing time. Jeremy will start singing closing time. We will wrap up today's live show, and then we will get out of here. Because Jeremy, again, he's got a really important dinner that he cannot miss. He's given up a lot of family time this week to hang out with all of us. I get it. It's our job, but still, it's Friday, and that's the one day of the week. If we can get out of here just a little bit early, we try to do it. So, what would be your perfect draft scenario? Perfect draft scenario. How about this, Dean? I actually did my perfect draft scenario in a mock draft. That video is going to be coming out on Sunday. I took a cornerback with my first pick, though, so check it out. Let's go to Dave, 570. You're drinking. That's my area code. PA. Also, we got some breaking news rolling in here from our Rafterman. Bang! I got Brett. I said we got some breaking news, and he popped his head up. I thought did you hurt your neck out there? I think he hurt his neck. He's good? When you get 50 years old, those quick motions, they'll get you. Yeah. They'll get you.
Sneaky one.
We're going to add Mr. Rafterman. Spam his name right now down in the chat. So, Chugs, it's happy hour. Because it's happy hour, we got to show the people the happy hour deal. Got to show people the happy hour deal. So, this is the game, okay? Every single 300 likes, which right now, we owe you guys 2 spins, which, again, if you can get it made up. If not, if you want to do every 300, we take a drink. Maybe that's easier. Totally up to you.
Yeah.
First time super chat, we're going to drink. $10 for a fireball shot. $20 for shot roulette. $100 to get on the Boot Hall of Fame. Every 100 from here on out is going to be a beer bong by me. So, Rafterman, you got the party started right. I got it. Rafterman got it started. So, that's going to be the first one, okay? So, let's take off wheel spin, and then we'll do drink. We'll just throw drink up there. I'll be real. This is real life behind the scenes chat sports drama. Somebody wrote on our wheel with Sharpie. So we were trying to erase it, and unfortunately, it's not going to happen.
And then I was going to just do the wheel, but we went live 20 minutes early because of the signing. So I didn't get to.
So the only thing that I'll need is the beer bong. So if you could go grab me the beer bong real quick, that would be great. If you guys don't know what the roulette, shot roulette is, okay? The shot roulette is this. Oh, you're going to see the green screen? All good. The shot roulette, I have an entire roulette wheel filled with 16 shots, okay? 16 different shots. Every $20 super chat we get, I will spin the wheel. What we have here, because in roulette, you don't win every time. Some are bigger than others, right? Giggity. I got 4 Hennessy shots, 4 Bailey shots, 4 tequila with a little bit of lime, and then 4 water shots. Every $20 super chat, we spin the roulette wheel, but the rules are this. The rules are this. If I'm drinking, it's happy hour. Y'all are drinking with me. So Rafterman got the party started. Also, Dave from 570. I didn't realize it was your first super. That's on me, Dave. That's on me, Dave. Cheers to you. Kevin Rogers says, spin that wheel. Oh, boy. Oh, man. All right, Kevin. I'm going to spin it without chugs, if that's all right. That's all we have. Yikes. Oh, man. So I don't like using the actual beer bong, but it sounds like that's all we got. Hey, if that's all we got, then that's what we're going to end up doing here. Yeah, again, these are... We'll see if we get through all these. I don't know what's going to end up happening, but Kevin's down to have a good time. Is it?
For right now, Harrison has the bong guy.
Okay.
I'm going to grab it, but he's in the middle of it.
That's all good. We're going to get it going here. So we got a beer bong. First one's going to be from Rafterman, and then Rafterman says, get the roulette wheel going. So my question to you is, do you want me to do the wheel? That's the roulette wheel. Probably easiest?
Either way.
Okay. Fair. All right. Here we go. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. This one goes out to Mr. Rafterman. Oh, boy. This roulette wheel. So, again, on the roulette shot, the shot roulette wheel, I guess is what we'll call it. Shot roulette. 4 Baileys, 4 Henny, yikes, 4 waters, 4 tequilas. I'm hoping for some water in there. I do. So I put lime juice in the tequila. So that way I could see it. I mean, I'd be able to smell it anyway, but I can see it. I had to put some lime in there. I don't want to do straight 1800. So... this one's going to go out to Mr. R. Rafterman. Hang on. Oh, God. I can't get it.
And there he goes, having the time of his life.
To be honest, I'm not doing that. I'll just chug them right out of the Trulies. That's not clean. That was gross. That tasted like 2-week-old Miller Lite out of a Truly. That was brutal. All right, Kevin Rogers, if you're watching at home with me, all I ask you is this. Okay, I don't need you to have all the same drinks that I do. But go, maybe if you got a few different items, go get like a, oh, Jesus. Go get like a soda, a water. Go get some tequila. Go get another shot, and we're going to spin it. Are you guys ready? Sergio, what do you want? Because there was nothing on there for 50. So I'll give you an option, Sergio. You can either have 5 roulette spins, or you're going to get 1 beer bong. What do you want? What do you want, Sergio? 1 beer bong, 5 roulette spins. I'm kind of hoping you pick the beer bong. I'm not going to lie to you. But hey, it is what it is. Kevin Rogers, first spin. Oh, we're getting this thing started. First one is a little bit of tequila. Tequila and lime. Alex is going to be like, what happened to you? You know what? Raiders Friday happy hour happened to me. Which, oh God. When we designed the Friday happy hour show, it was designed not doing the Thursday, Wednesday live palooza like we did. But I'm a big, like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I told y'all, every Friday, we're doing a happy hour. Let's go to Mr. R. Afterman. Just because I'm heading out, don't mean I don't want you guys to party as well. Can I get a Raiders? Oh, Christ. There's nothing like a good tequila that also gets washed down with a Bailey's. Yikes. I mean, I will say, though, I'm like 2 beers down. So 2 beers is not a lot compared to what we usually do on the show. I've had a few sips of Fireball. I did eat today. Shout out to Chugs. But this is number 2. Who? Is he here? So what Jeremy just said was Wild 114. So today on our group order from Chipotle, I didn't put my name. I put Wild 114's name. Also, today's jersey I got on, Lucky Irish, number 13. Get those Lucky Irishes in the chat if you don't already know. You want your jersey on the Raiders Report, in our Raiders Report Hall of Fame. You get your jersey number, locked and loaded, cemented, it's yours. I know it's a lot, but hey, that's why they call it the Hall of Fame. $500 Venmo. Oh, this is sick. $500 Venmo at Mitchell Renz. You got to move the logo. 365. That's how you get it. Those are already just some of the jerseys that have been featured here. So you want to join the Jersey Hall of Fame. It is at Mitchell Renz 365. We got Buddy Bear. We got Choco Bear. Raider Ron. Lucky Irish. Wild 114. Raider Ron again. Rebel. John Borelli. Troy Van. Ty Davis. And then Hellcat Q. You want to join the Raiders Report Hall of Fame? Well, there you go. There you go. And then I just saw, fancy new graphic from Martin. Huge shout out to Brett on that one, man. Kevin Rogers says, add another one. So we spin it. Oh, no. The Big Daddy. I got a Big Daddy. I will admit, it's another Bailey's. So I have 2 shots in here that are monsters. The other one's Henny. That's the one I'm most worried about. The fact that we still have all 4 Hennies still on the board, scary. I do still have 4 waters on the board, though, so we can stay hydrated. Cheers to Kevin Rogers. This show is going to be a disaster. Sergio Orozco, Raiders. So Sergio, you made a hell of a name for yourself yesterday because we did a battle with the Dolphins. And Wild One, he called me after the show and he's like, you know, when Wild One goes on other programs here at Chat Sports, when he joins the chat, people are like, oh shit, Wild One's here. Like, everyone get ready. And yesterday, Sergio's name got brought up with like a bunch of our other shows that we were doing here. And then today even, we were discussing this roulette, right? And I was like, I'm worried about Daniel Jimenez. Obviously, I'm worried about Mount Raider more. But I said the new guys who have really been showing up here for free agency that I'm worried about, Sergio Orozco was one of the first names I brought up. John Borelli was another name I brought up. Ty Davis was another name I brought up. And it's funny, I said Rafterman. I said Rafterman's been on one. So Rafterman's already shown out. So Sergio, I said this. Sergio wants a Henny. I got it. I got 4 Hennies right here. He's sending 2. So is that two Hennies guaranteed, Sergio? All right, how about this? Sergio, I'm going to do it. So when we do shots here on the Raiders Report, I'll be real, right? You guys see how many shots we do. I don't do big shots. And I always tell people, if somebody gave me a shot like I get on the Raiders Report, I'd be ticked off, okay? We usually do, it's like half a shot. I mean, I'm not even kidding you, just because of the amount that we have to do. So this is the granddaddy. We got a Henny right here. This one's going to sting. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to sting. Sergio, you've been killing it here, man. And I just want to say thanks for everything you've done for the show. Thanks to everyone who's always tuning in and trying to have a good time. Everybody spam Sergio Orozco right now down in the chat. And I hope y'all are drinking with me. Again, I don't do this by myself. We got 45 more minutes of happy hour time, Chugs. And we are 140 away from a boot. You got a boot in you. Jeremy, before today, I'm joking when I ask this. He goes, "I'm not drinking a lot today. I gotta be good." So what dinner do you got going on today?
It's for Danny's cousin's bar mitzvah. His bar mitzvah's tomorrow. They're having a Shabbat dinner tonight.
A what?
A Shabbat dinner.
Is that all you can eat?
No. Shabbat is like Friday night. Shabbat dinner at Maggiano's.
Oh, it's the Italian place.
Yeah.
That place is good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So Jeremy doesn't want to drink a lot today because he's got a family dinner on Danny's side. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If I had a family dinner with Alex, dude, if I showed up schmack to it, because Alex's dad, he's a military guy. He would be pissed. Pissed. Because he's like old school where, I mean, I'll always offer to pay. Like, I'll always offer. Never gives me the chance. Like, he's up there in age. He's in his, like, upper 60s. He still scares the hell out of me. Like, scares the absolute hell out of me. So, Sergio, we got a Henny going down. If you want to come up on screen, you're more than welcome. I feel like, because at this point, I feel like people just think I'm talking to Casper the Ghost. What's up? Great to see you. Hey, it's Will. Hey, great to see you.
I'll do a fireball shot.
Oh, God. Henny just scares me. I'm delaying it. I am. I'm trying to give myself some time. Sergio.
This one's for Kev.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Ooh. I don't know how people do Henny. Henny might be worse than tequila. I mean, when we've had Henny on this show, I think Henny might be worse than tequila. Henny burns from the moment it hits my throat, giggity, and then all the way down. Brutal. And I mean absolutely brutal. Wow.
And then Kevin, and then Sergio again. Another one.
All right, Sergio. Only because you've been a goat, I'll do another little bit larger than shot than what we do for Henny. You guys are going to see a different version of Mitch. I've already done a tequila. I've done a few Baileys, some Henny. 15 minutes from now, I'm going to be feeling myself, just so y'all know.
Oh, hopefully it's not on the Raiders report.
Oh, man.
Joseph, fireball. Let's go.
Raiders! Cheers to Sergio Orozco and all the crazy people. Also say this. You want, if I don't want this just to be a drinking show. I get it's happy hour. I still want to be able to talk about Raiders, right? Like, if I go to a bar, I still want to be able to, if we go to a bar, we're not just going to sit there next to each other and just order drinks. No, that's not that would be weird. If you walked into a bar and nobody was talking to each other.
Everybody was just like, $20 shot.
They were just
$20 shot.
They were just sitting down drinking. Nobody's talking. I'd be like, am I in a game of Sims? What am I watching right now? So, how about this, Chugs? We're going to use Super Chats, obviously, for questions, for drinking, all that kind of good stuff. If you have other questions, comments that you want to get up here on the show, if you want me to guess your area code, that deal's still going to stand. But use hashtag Raiders. That way it tells Chugs which questions, comments that we need to be able to put up here on screen. I will say, though, obviously Super, you jumped the line. Joseph, you just do that one?
Yeah.
You did? Fireball, let's go, and Raiders! Joseph, also a first-time Super Chatter today, I believe, right? I remember.
Maybe.
I don't remember. Joseph, first time, all I remember is this. I got his name wrong, and he's from Arkansas.
More than what I remember.
I got the area code wrong. Joseph is from Arkansas. I'm a little bit upset, not going to lie. Mando! Hey, Mitch, how confident do you think Josh is with his 2 defensive tackles from last year? Do we draft more or wait to see if they develop? Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday to you as also, Mando. Also, next 100 is a boot. I'll say this. I won't do the beer bong. I'll do the boot. That way you can survive. You send in a 100 right now. I'm doing the boot, which is going to put me into a really, really good place. I'll tell you that. So, I do think that the Raiders still have confidence in Neil Farrell Jr. I still think they have confidence in Matthew Butler. Did they have good years last year? No, they did not. Did the Raiders show a lot of confidence in them last year? No, they did not. But it was just 1 year. I don't really think it's fair to judge a player off of just one season. But do I have a lot of confidence? No, I do not right now. I'm hoping that the Raiders can find the Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell Jr. can end up being some solid players. But just because I don't have a lot of confidence right now, that does not necessarily mean that they don't end up being good players. I mean, and they could always get better. I know what you said about Super Chat to skip the line. Yep. I think I got to put this one up there just because he just sent in $100. Yeah, dude, Sergio, when you're an OG, when you're a GOAT on this channel, we make rules for you. You guys know that. Is Tyree Wilson good edge rusher? He's the top edge rusher in the 2023 NFL Draft, not named Will Anderson. Okay, I was just about to say. Jeremy's like, oh, yeah? I don't know. Oh, yeah? No. Will Anderson's number 1. Tyree Wilson's number 2. You guys might not like this comp because he wasn't all that good for us last season. Tyree Wilson reminds me of Chandler Jones. Long, lanky, super athletic. Yeah. If Tyree Wilson ends up being Chandler Jones, he's a Hall of Famer. Chandler Jones is going to be a Hall of Famer. You think so? He's a lock. A lock? Chandler Jones is a lock Hall of Famer. Lock. You think so? I mean, how many sacks for a career do you think he has? Don't Google it. Okay. Take a guess. How many sacks do you think Chandler Jones has? 80. 112. Like, there were years where Chandler Jones, 19, 13, 17, 11, 12. I mean, there was a point where he was one of the best edge rushers in the NFL. To me, I mean, saying somebody's going to be Chandler Jones, you're a Hall of Famer. Chandler Jones is going to Hall of Fame. Yeah. He had that stretch 12 and a half, 11, 17, 13, 19. He's there. I promise you that. His best years with Arizona by far. 17, 13, and 19 in 3-year stretch in Arizona before he got hurt. You like these spirit fingers? You're going to love these spirit fingers. Wow. Oh! Oh, Rafterman! Bang! Have a boot! A Yikes. R. Rafterman, today's MVP. What's great is Rafterman sent in his very first super chat this week. All right, guys. Oh, man. How about this? Rafterman, I'm going to let you pick. Hang on a second. I will. Truly boot, Happy Dad boot, or probably like Miller Lite boot. What do you want, Rafterman? You want a Happy Dad boot, a Miller Lite boot, or a Truly boot? Happy Dads are a seltzer-like product, much less bubbles. The hardest boot on there would be Truly. And I mean, Truly boot's by far the most difficult. I would say Miller Lite would be the one that I least want, but it's up to you. And if you want, we can black it out. Black it out means we got some black dye, we make it a Raiders boot. If I had silver, I would do it. Though, listen to this. I actually found some silver glitter. Silver glitter that you can put into a drink, and it makes it look metallic. That'd be kind of a dope Raiders boot, man. Andy, man, you're not wrong. We're feeling pretty good right now. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Sergio says MVP for Rafterman. So you know what? Sergio's balling out tonight. If you think Rafterman is today's MVP, just like you're at an NFL game, you're at a baseball game, an NBA game, they step up to the plate, they go on the free throw line, they're running out of the huddle. I want y'all to spam MVP right now. If you think that gentleman over there, R. Rafterman, is today's MVP, what do you think? Is Rafterman today's MVP? He's got my vote. Let's get some MVPs in the chat for Rafterman. If you do that, I'm giving you a shout out here on the Raiders Report. I got Kevin Rogers, Tropical Remy, Christian Gonzalez. Are you watching the show? Mario, what up, man? We got Danny, Steven69, Hone, Kenneth Phelps, Kyle Hotsapple, Mason Tonya, Sarah Otto, I salute you. Sergio Orozco, who got it started. Joseph Maxwell says Rafterman for MVP. K-Man the best, Jeffrey Kreiser. I got my guys Juan, Winford, Zelbo, Leon, Chicano, The Vital, James. It looks like it's going to be a Truly boot. Truly boot. Rafterman for MVP. Kushmob said you should do a Henny boot. That's not possible. A Henny boot would... Well... Jugs! Fill up the boot. It's fine. Fill up the boot. We're going to need a refill. How about this? I'll ask you guys a question. The boot holds 3 beers. Do you want to do a fishbowl that holds 5? You're either going to get a fishbowl. I don't do the fishbowl often. This is going to put me into a whole nother world, man. You want to do the fishbowl that holds 5. If you don't believe me, it really, truly does. Truly's, Chug says it's going to hold about 4.5 Trulies. Rafterman and Runway. Runway, I will give you your glory here in a second, man. This is insane. You want a fishbowl? So basically, this is what you got to pick from. You're either going to get a boot and 2 beer chugs, or we're going to do a fishbowl. Fishbowl is 50 ounces. A boot is 36 ounces. What do you guys want? I'm seeing fishbowl. I'm seeing fishbowl. Rafterman wants the fishbowl. Rafterman wants a fishbowl. Y'all are getting a fishbowl. If you don't believe me, I think some of the OGs know, man. I know it might not look like it. The fishbowl's a lot more than...
Here are the open ones that I did.
A fishbowl's a lot more than a boot. This is not going to be easy. So before I do this, somebody said a Henny syringe. Nah, man. No Henny. No Henny syringes. Oh, man. All right, we got to buckle down here. We might have to put on a hell of a show today, man. You ready? We got to give Runway Jet. Runway Jet and Rafterman right now are battling for the MVP. Right now, Rafterman still got the lead for today's show MVP. But Rafterman... Actually, hang on a second here. Hang on. Rafterman. If I'm not mistaken, with that super chat right now, Runway Jet just took the lead for today's MVP.
Oh.
Right? I mean, before we put it up on screen.
Has he supered earlier in the show?
He sent in a $100 earlier.
Oh, he did.
I think mathematically, that's the MVP. Runway Jet. Chugs is doing the math. I'm not much of a math guy. Also, we got 30 minutes left
Yeah. So 300. R. Afterman 2. Let's see.
He's like 220.
He sent in a couple.
Okay.
I think he's like 240.
All right, so Runway Jet. Let's just give it to him. This one's coming in from today's new MVP, Runway Jet Bang! I don't know how this is going to happen, but we're going to make it happen. We got a race between the Runway Jet and Rafterman for today's MVP, and it's close.
Rafterman, you're getting the fishbowl, and he said, drink the fins.
Oh, I mean, if you want Rafterman, we can throw a dolphin in there for F the Dolphins. F the Dolphins, man. F the Dolphins. The third best team in Florida.
I mean.
All right. I mean, Tampa Bay now.
I mean, last year.
Yeah, probably.
Tampa Bay.
I would say the Dolphins were better than the Bucs. Though the Bucs did make the playoffs.
So did the Dolphins. They both lost.
They both lost in the first round. Jags, though, had a good run.
Yeah?
Yep.
Jags actually won a game. Comeback against the Chargers. That was a hell of a game.
Oh, here we go. All right, I'm going to be real with y'all, okay? I'm going to do this fishbowl, okay? After the fishbowl, you guys know the deal, and that's what I'm worried about. How about this? I'll make you guys...
It's not even close.
I'll make you guys a better deal, okay? Every 10 is a wheel spin, or a roulette spin. So left on the roulette, 4 waters, 3 tequilas, 2 Hennies, 2 Baileys. 2 Baileys, 2 Hennies, 3 tequilas, 4 waters. Y'all have been getting lucky on these wheel spins.
Not a water yet.
Not a single water yet. Not a single water yet. All right, Chuggy Bull, that's what I want you to do. If everybody could, I want y'all to spam Rafterman. I want y'all to spam Runway Jet right now down in the comments. Show some love. Say that 5 times
Social
fast.
chicken.
Show some love to today's 2 GOATs. Runway, though, right now is today's MVP. And if you guys are having fun today, God, I hope you're around for when we go live during the regular season. Regular season shit, it just gets wild. It really, really does. All right, y'all, I got to knock down this bowl. 50 ounces. You do the math. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. All right, here we go. Chugs, you take over.
All right, let's see. Who's spamming it? Rafterman or Jet? Rafterman or Jet? The fishbowl's coming. Mitch is about to take it down. Sergio says Rafterman and Jet. Sarah Otto saying Rafterman and Jet. Let me pull this up a little bit. There we go. Rafterman and Jet. Arnolfo says Rafterman and Jet. Let's see. Oh, wow. Co-MVPs from Scott. Lucky King. I thought that was Lucky Irish for a second. Our Rafterman says Runway Jet.
If Lucky Irish is in here, I'm in trouble.
Jason 6, Rafter Jet. Hey, combine them. The Goats, Kenneth Phelps, my bad. Scott 2412 says co-MVPs. Rafterman all the way from Mario. Let's go. Woo. Yep, not an easy one.
I think.
And the lip is bigger.
I think to prove it to people, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up a boot. I'm going to dump it into this bowl. Because I'll tell you this, when Jeremy got these bowls, I was like, no way, that's more than a boot. I'll tell you, this is more than a boot, and
it's not even close.
It's not even close.
And the lip messes you up. You can't really chug it. And there he goes, having the time of his life. Mm-hmm.
What's crazy is that's probably almost a whole beer. Seriously.
It's a lot wider than you think. The girth in that bowl is like pretty heavy. There we go.
All right. I'll be right back.
Woo! Mason. Oh, gotta switch it to me. It was on you. Here we go. There we go. Mason, point and say another one. That's a roulette wheel. Kevin, as Pitbull once said, fireball. Kevin with the first $10 super chat for the wheel. Woo! Eric Ferreira, tequila, $10 is for fireball. Thank you, Eric. Let's see. Mario, Mitch and Chugs, dynamic duo. What happened to linebacker Kyle Fackrell? So far, what's your best episode this year? Best show this year? That'd be hard. Probably maybe free agency day for this year. Maybe free agency. We got pretty crazy. Probably free agency so far, but the draft. Oh, the draft gets crazy. Mario. Let's see. Mando, do we get an edge at 7 or cornerback? That's the question. I don't think Will Anderson falls, but if he falls, I don't think him and Christian Gonzalez both fall. So whichever one is at 7, I think that's the pick if the Raiders stay there. I don't think they go Levis if he falls. I think it just depends on which one falls. If they're both there, that's pretty wild. I think that means 4 quarterbacks went before you if both make it down to 7. And that means one team, I think, liked Tyree Wilson over Will Anderson. If it's Tyree Wilson or Christian Gonzalez, I go Christian Gonzalez, in my opinion. In my opinion. Joseph, not my first. I didn't think so. And love the show. Thank you, Joseph. Real one. Let's see, R. Rafterman. David Taken. Mitch, can the Raiders be grabbing all these players because they were thinking about trading up, so we're filling in the spots we need to in free agency? That could be a very viable option. I think I told Mitch, 12 picks. I don't know if the Raiders make 12 selections in the draft. They might stockpile some of those picks to either move up in the 4th, move up in the 3rd, move up in the 2nd. I think they might be using some of those picks to move up. We'll see. They have 12 total picks. I don't know if they take 12 total selections in this year's draft. And our fearless Weeder. Our fearless Weeder. Mitchell Rins. King Rins is back. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he put a hole in the back of that urinal.
Oh, dude. I felt bad for Rolly. He was next to me. Oh, you ever, you're next to a guy at a random bathroom, and you hear how hard they're peeing, and it makes you feel a little bit more insecure about yourself? I feel like I just did that to Rolly.
Oh, Rolly.
Rolly. So what I wanted to be able to prove to y'all, though, is this, okay? Here's the boot. I filled it up with water. It's not beer, okay? Just water. You guys can see the line. Got it? Here's the fishbowl.
Not full. There's still
I might not look like it. It's
like maybe 3/4 the way full.
It's deceptive, man. It's a legit 4.5, 5-ish beers.
So you want the good news or the bad news?
Give it to me.
Good news is we only got one spin on the $10 for you going to the restroom from Kevin Rogers.
Okay.
Bad news, we have 2 more spins, one from Mason earlier and another one from Daniel Jimenez literally 1 second ago. Oh, from Daniel freaking Jimenez. Mason has a request for you, though, before I go to him.
Another one.
Daniel freaking Jimenez.
You know what, though? I'm not going to lie. I need this one.
Water.
This is a water shot.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kevin or Mason.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, so what we have left here on the wheel. 3 waters, 3 tequilas, 2 Baileys, 2 Hennies. I got 2 more to go. Oh, F me. It's a Henny. Oh, God. Y'all.
Dude, you're going to have a fun time at the Donkey tonight.
I'll tell you what. I'm just going to get food. I'm not going to have to drink at all. I'm going to save some money.
Apparently, they have the best chicken strips in the world.
See, that's what I hear. It's a Kansas City bar. I don't know if I'm buying it. You want a Henny shot?
Since Chugs isn't drinking today, next $50 super, I got a beer shot fund.
A 50 shot fund. How about this? I'll make it better. I'll make it better.
That scares me. That scares me. Is it better for me?
$100 super chat.
Mitch is literally if you give a mouse a cookie. That is Mitch personified.
We're twins.
$100 super chat. Marshall and I are going to do a shot fun race.
Okay.
Deal.
Shot fun race. They're cleaned.
Also, do you want a Henny shot?
No, but I will.
Here, take this Henny shot real quick.
Okay.
Marshall, you going to the donk?
Yeah, Mitch is going to the maybe.
I'm going. I'll be there.
So, guys, Raider Nation, Daniel freaking Jimenez!
I'll tell you what, when you... that's cool, the fact that you did that.
That one's for Waller. that one's for Waller.
Well, I saw Jimenez.
No, for Darren Waller.
I said it earlier. There's some good calls and names, but...
Daniel freaking Jimenez is an elite call.
Daniel freaking Jimenez is the best one.
Daniel freaking Jimenez is an elite call. I mean, he doesn't even do this show, but I yell it so often that people start to know.
Oh, Daniel freaking Jimenez?
Rafterman! Let's go! Oh, no.
I like Borelli.
John Borelli trying to F my day
All
up.
Rafterman, if you send in another 50, it's a shot fun race. The first 50 cent.
All right, next 50 that comes in is a shot fun race, man.
Yeah.
Rafterman is killing it. Borelli, I will say this.
I think that
the last spin I did, water shot.
I think
I
that
have added water to my wheel as well. Because they always say, Mark, you gotta drink water.
So what we have left here is a shit show. 2 waters, 3 tequilas, a Henny, and a Bailey's.
Bailey's?
I threw Bailey's in. We got to get rid of it. The cap's broken. It's got to get out of the fridge. We bought Bailey's. I'm
Honestly,
pretty sure that Bailey's has been around for months.
It's probably already bad.
I think it's last year free agency.
The cap is broken. There's just basically nothing in the fridge.
There we go.
Sergio Orozco! Shot fun race!
There we go. Here you go. And then one wheel spin for John.
Oh,
Did you just do that?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I think one wheel spin for John.
We're going to spin it for Borelli.
Also, Mando.
Driving! Let's go! Oh, Kevin Rogers!
Oh, my goodness.
This is getting ugly.
He said, I got Mitch.
Tri-Van's in the house. Everybody hide your kids. Hide your wife. It's going to get ugly.
Oh, my goodness.
Runway jet! How many do we owe? I don't know. Mando!
I think that's 2 shot fun races?
Oh, dude. 2 shot fun races. Let's get it. This one was
Borelli.
John Borelli. Who I just want you to know, Borelli, there were talks last night amongst Mount Raidermore. Talks amount Mount Raidermore. What did I say? That's fine. Talks amongst Mount Raidermore. John Borelli creeping his way in.
Oh, wait, a first timer again?
First time 100.
First time ever super chatting.
Rolling in from Repo Joe Bang!
Also his birthday.
Pour it up, pour it up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
you. Happy birthday, dear
Repo Joe.
Happy birthday to you. Everybody spam Repo Joe. Welcome to the Raiders Report. So I got a big favor to ask. Repo, I got to get rid of some drinks. Repo, are you okay?
Put him on the Boot Hall of Fame, too.
Got to put him on the Boot Hall of Fame. That's a given. Repo, are you good with 5 wheel spins? I mean, I got to get rid of these shots.
Yeah. Repo.
Repo, are you good with 5 roulette spins? If you are, let me know.
Is it Repo or Repo?
I don't know. I just know it's Joe.
Yep.
Is it Repo or Repo?
Also, amidst the craziness,
Hopefully no one got repoed.
Is it Repo, Joe, or Repo?
John doesn't even know what's going on.
I know. He's like, I guess
he just
we're
sent
just...
this in and said, I guess we're sending 50s now.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what he wants. He just said, hey, other people did it.
So I did it too. What are we doing?
Hey, John.
Borelli, what are we doing?
John's like, if other people jumping off that cliff, best believe I'm jumping off that cliff.
John said he's going.
All right.
I'm going too.
We got the shot funds locked and loaded.
Also, we do have a shot fun race.
You ready for the Liddy Cam?
I'm ready for the Liddy Cam.
Are y'all ready?
So Brett's feeling himself because K-State got a win yesterday.
Oh, wow. Go Cats.
Let's go Cats. So this is the very first.
This is a pro K-State office.
What, it's not working? Oh, man. We gave him the LA Leaker one.
I love those songs.
The LA Leakers. I'll tell you what.
He said it's pronounced Repo.
Repo. That's what I said. Can we get some cats spammed in the chat?
Meow.
If you want Brett to win,
Meow.
Brett's the one who looks like he's got 3 kids. He's holding the red one. And then Marshall, he's got the yellow one. Who you got? Type cats for the red. Type Marshall I mean, there you go. K-State against Marshall. We are Marshall. Perfect. There you go. We're not. I love cat dog, but
type green for Marshall.
Hey.
Last name and college.
All right, here we go. Who you got? You going to go red? You going to go yellow? Give me an R for red. No. Or give me a Y for yellow. Friendly reminder, we got about 12 minutes left of this happy hour shit show. No, just show. What? Just show. Where did you get this content at some point? We got 3 cuts today. What are you doing back there? He pays my salary. Here we go.
Picking up in and out.
R for red. Y for yellow in 3, 2, 1. Bang!
Oh, and they're off. Dun 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 dun. Oh!
Oh God!
What a race.
He said 3 kids. That's what it'll do to you.
For the nation.
Anything is possible for the nation.
Did it taste?
That one was ice cold.
Did it taste like soap?
No. Soap.
We tried to use them yesterday, and they were filled with soap.
Yeah, no one washed it out.
There was legitimately just soap in there.
I washed it out. I washed it out, but.
All right, we need another one though. Who's next?
Is anybody else willing to do a shot fun race?
Who?
Rolly said he'll race you.
Oh! We got a new MVP! R! Rafterman! Bang! I'm pretty sure this is Tri-Van 20 years in the future.
All right.
Unbelievable.
So Rolly said he'll race you for the next shot.
Let's go,
race.
Rolly. You're a Patriots guy. Let's go. Let's go, Rolly. He's about to get smoked.
So he's a Raiders fan now.
Who?
Rolly.
Yeah, that's true.
Patriots. You're a Raiders fan
Former
now.
Patriot fan, now Raider fan. Let's go. Rolly's about to get smoked.
The New England Raiders.
It's gonna be
He
you
doesn't
versus
even
Mitch.
know it yet.
Mitch doesn't know that.
Rolly's had a lot of practice with the shot fun.
Rolly looks like a guy who's a really good cocker.
Oh, I love a good cock.
Dude, great cock on him. Rolly's, he's got a mean cock on him.
Everybody spam Rafterman.
Rafterman! Let's go!
Formerly Jeremy Chugs' burner.
Holy shit. I'll tell you this.
Rafterman. Rafterman. Rafterman.
What time do you got to go?
Rafterman. 9 minutes.
9 minutes you got to go by. All right, we might need someone to fill in. Just for a little. Just for a little bit. Frickin' Rafterman, man. I need, if somebody could go grab me a beer, a Truly. I know I owe a few more. How about this?
Well, did you do the wheel spins yet?
How about this? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more roulette spins. We're going to give you guys at least, I'm going to do one more beer bong, a shot fun race. I'm going to give you 7 straight wheel spins right now. First one, F me. And as Jack says, F my mom. Cheers to tequila and a little bit of lime.
You want a beer?
Mm-mm.
Happy Dad?
Yep, happy dad. Oh, my God.
Ooh.
Tequila. That one hurt.
Chicano. I'm not gonna do that. I'm already in the doghouse a little bit. I can't show up drunk. And it's a 13-year-old's birthday. I can't.
Oh! We got a new MVP runway jet bang!
Put him on the boot. Put him on the boot.
We got to get him on the boot again.
Rebel, the battle continues.
I'll tell you what, this is a hell of a battle, man.
John Borelli.
Between Runway Jet and Rafterman. We got ourselves a battle. Spin the wheel. Another tequila. Let's just do it.
John Borelli, Chugs, I just slammed a double-double. Should have done the contest. Honestly, my stomach hurt a little bit yesterday just
Pick a
after
number
eating
between
In-N-Out.
1 and 4.
4.
4? That's for you. That's Bailey's.
Oh.
That's not bad. Take that.
Wait.
Well, that was...
Wait, here we go.
The way I did
got
it-
you. I got you.
The way I filled them up was Henny was 1.
Oh, that's a producer right there.
Henny was 1. Water was 2. Tequila was 3. Bailey's is 4.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
No, Bailey's, if all of you drink is Bailey's, it's great. Oh!
Another first-timer!
First time super chat! Jamie Light Bang!
Been keeping up with y'all since 2019. I can't thank you enough for the news and entertainment you give the nation. Performing my music tonight in Fort Worth.
Water!
And I need a
Raiders!
from
Jamie
the family.
Light. Jamie Light. I can't make it tonight, but the next time you're performing your music, if it's in Fort Worth, I'm there. I'm serious. You let me know the time, you let me know the date, give me a little bit of an advance. I wish I had the ability to just cancel my schedule. Alex would kick my ass. I'll be at your next performance. You let me know where it's at.
Got to get to a couple just because we got a bunch of crazy ones. Kinston M. Rafterman worked for 50 years and spending his money on the Raiders. Respect.
Rafterman, I'll say this. We're going to have to find another producer.
And then Mondo.
We got to get another guy in here.
Mondo is short for Armando. So I think it's Mondo.
Mondo Italiano. Hey, Mondo. Ayo, I'm Italiano. All right.
Now we got.
You want left or right hand?
I think you're right.
Son of a bitch.
Water.
No. Tequila.
I didn't do Henny though. It's a win for
Oh, yeah. Henny over tequila. I mean, tequila over Henny.
All right. We went through 16 shots. Good luck. I put a little bit of lime in there, so you're going to taste the lime.
Martin says, check him out. Jamie Light has a SoundCloud and a YouTube. Well, check out the SoundCloud.
I put a lot of lime. Yeah. It's a lot of lime.
Woo.
you can do it. I'll deliver this shot now.
I can't believe.
now?
What?
Are we doing it now?
Yeah, we got to do. Is there a beer in there?
Yeah, I loaded them up already.
Dan, how is the Dolphins Super Chats doing today?
Well,
They're not live.
I think Will's listening to his music. He's doing
Let's listen to some Travis Scott.
Probably Travis Scott. It's either that or it's the
Will's got some shots in him.
Or Dancing Queen.
Yeah.
Will.
Will's a big dancer.
What are you listening to, Will?
And you are a dancing queen.
Wait, we have our Dolphins host here. Hold on one second.
Next one, Honcho, is a boo. Who's doing a boo?
Will said, for every 20, he'll do a fireball shot.
That's what he said.
And I did. In the next minute.
Hey, and for the next
2
minute.
o'clock. We got a 2 o'clock. Every 20, Will's gonna do a fireball shot. Will's gonna do he's the Dolphins host. He challenged us yesterday.
He was talking shit. Go up there, Will. Go up there.
Will was talking hella shit.
Every 20.
He's trying to block
Every
out
20.
the haters with these AirPods.
And it's working.
He doesn't know it. He doesn't even know. Doesn't even know.
All right.
All right, we got a shot fun race. Next one, Hondo, is a boo. Come on. Yeah, you're leaking over there. You're an LA leaker. All right, so how do you do this? You gotta cock it.
You gotta don't do it too fast. Do a nice smooth down. You're gonna feel a puncture. Push up.
I'll be right back.
Ready.
The shot.
Nice.
Oh! Driving bang!
He wants 5
Shots!
of fireball. 5 Shots of fireball for Tryvan.
Oh, I think your mic cut out.
My mic out? No,
Yeah.
I'm still good.
No, you're not.
I'm out.
You're not.
I might have kicked it.
I can tell you, you're not.
You're not good.
Yeah.
What about
there we
now?
go. Yeah, now we can hear you.
And we are back. Sorry. There was a lot of excitement going on. Aloha for you. Number 1.
All right. Shot fun race.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
In 3,
On go.
2, 1, go.
Ooh! Oh, it's late start for Mitch.
Oh, who's going to get it?
Mitch got some catching up to do.
Who's going to get it? Oh! It was the delay. The delayed start.
That was the difference.
Woo! New England wins again.
Oh, suck my. I'll murder your. Oh, man. Also, we have 1 minute left to Chugs. 1 minute left to Chuggy Bowl. 1 minute left to Chuggy Bowl.
How many more shots does Will have?
One more. Shot Tryvan.
Oh man, this has been a marathon of a day. We're gonna keep this live. We're gonna need
just now?
Yeah, we're gonna need somebody else to fill in here. I don't know if it's Rolly. I don't know who. Coop. We need someone. All I know is I got a boot, and I don't know how I'm going to get through tonight. It's going to be a battle.
This one coming in from
Sergio Orozco! Bang!
And to round out my time here during happy hour,
it's our Rafterman. All right, y'all. So Chugs, he's got an important dinner. We're not ending the show, though. I'm going to get another producer in here. And we're going to keep this thing rolling. So, go get Rolly. Rolly, I need you. All right. We're going to get Rolly in here, and we're going to keep this party rolling. With Rolly. Sergio, what do you want? Sergio, it's up to you, man. You want me to do a boot? I think it's going to be a boot. Sergio Orozco now has put himself in contention for today's MVP. Still number 1, Runway Jet. Number 2, our Rafterman. By our totals, then Sergio Orozco at number 3. Everybody say peace out to Chugs. You guys know Chugs is he's a legend here at Chat Sports. He's just, sometimes you gotta put family first. Man. Rafterman said he's out, which means as it stands right now, oh man, I'll tell you what, everybody say goodnight to Rafterman, who first time super chatter just a night and a half ago. And Rafterman has just been on a tear. Say goodnight to Chugs. Say goodnight to Rafterman. Mr. Rafterman, man, I'll tell you what a night. All right, here's what I got to do. Once Rolly gets set up here, I'm going to go take a bathroom break. And I'm going to go fill up a boot. And we're going to keep this party rocking and rolling. Hopefully y'all are ready for a hell of a Friday night. I'm not going to lie. It stings the nostrils a little bit. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You got to throw that whole happy hour deal out. We're out of shots. So, we're going to do Rolly's about to enter into the chat. I owe you all a boot. And we're going to play a game here yet again, okay? I want Rolly to get well acclimated with how the Raiders report rules. And also on top of that, he's a Patriots fan. A Patriots fan. So here's going to be the game that we play. Every single $10 super chat that rolls in, while I'm taking my bathroom break, I got to get rid of some liquid. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Mailbag and then rumors. So everyone says, peace out, Chugs. I got to go to the bathroom real quick here. Rolly's about to pop on. He's going to hang out with y'all for a little bit. I'll be right back. Every $10 super chat, Rolly's doing a shot of Fireball. Here we go.
All right, what's up, guys? I see a lot of F the Pats in the chat already. That's kind of devastating for me, but it is what it is. Every $10, I'll be doing this. I got to get a shot glass now, too. I was not prepared to come on with Raider Nation tonight.
You want that one?
No, F that. That was too big. Mitch just tried to give me a shadow ban. What is? I'll deal with this. I can deal with this. Mitch just tried to give me a shot glass that was this tall. That's not a shot. F the Pats is very common in the chat right now. Rafterman came in, $5 super chat. I opened and closed the party. I'm out. Peace out. Have a good night, man. Silver Ice says Patron is so good. Runway Jet says peace out, Chugs. Yeah, hopefully I can live up to the legend that is Jeremy Chugs. I know it's hard to do around here. John Borelli says it was a fumble. Ref saw it a different way. What can I say? Oh, man. Oh! Try, man! 100! Bang! Oh, man. I got welcomed on here pretty quickly, huh, guys? All right, I'm going to start chugging. Oh, man. As Mike Hoffman sent in a 10, let's go Raiders. Mitch better get back here quick, I tell you, because that's already, that's like 11 shots for me. So I don't know how this is going to work. All right. I'm going to just start drinking one for Trivan. Hopefully Mitch will come chip in a little bit, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this. Trivan says bang. Ooh, there's one. Ooh, a little too much on the size. This. I can't talk. Holy shit. 2. Oh. Frankie Sanchez says F Wi-Fi or Willie. What? Oh my goodness. All right, 3. Oh man. Oh. What's up, Martin? From England. We're in England. That's pretty cool. All right, shot number 4 coming in. That was 5, right, guys? Can you guys let me know if that was 5? Mitch is back. That was a quick bathroom break. You missed some action.
I did?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm working through this, man.
Trivan dropped a 100-piece as you walked away.
Drive it bang!
Listen, while you were gone, I tried to give him as much as a Raiders Nation bang as I could possibly do.
Yeah?
I tried.
I'll tell you what.
Guys in the chat, when I did my little Trivan, little like bang, graded. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah? Overall, not bad. I'll let them decide. You grade Rolly's bang, giggity. A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the bang.
This is number 6.
Yikes.
Yeah. 10
I'll tell you, luckily, we're not going to have to do too much more then. It's gonna get wild. Oh, dude. Hang on a second here.
Oh.
What
really?
happened?
It was that bad? I see Killer Cruisin saying F-. Diehard Raider fans.
It's probably just because you're a Patriot. That's probably the only reason.
I can't tell if you guys are hating on me because I'm a Patriots fan.
Patriot guy.
Oh my goodness. This is
Nothing but F's.
It's all F's.
Nothing but F's in the chat. Let's go.
Martin is my homie. He says B+ from England. Martin is my guy.
That's a Patriot. Right there.
You guys want to be us so bad. What's wrong with it?
How much for you to do a boot?
I can't do boots.
No, but if you had to. If there was a number on it. Everybody has a price.
I wouldn't be able to finish in one go. Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Oh,
of course, yeah.
As long as I don't have to do it all in one sitting.
Because I'm going to do a boot here.
If we get the 3K, I'll do it.
Oh, Christ.
It's 800 away. That's fair.
That's a number.
That's fair. Listen, you guys, I've never done a boot here because my stomach simply can't take it.
You've never done a boot?
No, I can chug a beer and a beer bong. I do a shot fun, all the same amount, one beer, that's fine. But when it gets taken to that 3 level, that's where things get disastrous for my stomach.
Believe me, I hear you. Are you willing to count what we have in Venmo?
What are you guys at currently with Venmo?
We'd be 600 away.
All right, 600, fine. 200, I'll let that slide.
Okay. All right, y'all. Here's the thing.
I think this is number 8.
Do you know how to put the clock back up? Okay. So I'm going to be real with y'all, okay? We as a company, we have a company outing tonight, okay? Which, I don't know if that means much to y'all, but we got a company outing tonight. I'm allowed 15 minutes. Unless more breaking Raiders news happens, I signed something that lets Rolly leave in 15 minutes.
Is this a real thing?
Real thing. So, we got a company outing in 15 minutes.
Something?
So, for that reason, I got to go in 15 minutes because Rolly's got to go in 15 minutes, and I don't have the capabilities to do what Rolly does behind the screen. So, once that clock starts going, we got 15 minutes.
I'll do it after you do the beer bong. I'll start the timer then.
After this.
Yeah, beer boot, not bong. My bad.
Wait, so after I do this.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you can't just
you said the rules.
You
guys heard the rules, right?
Did I get debated?
You guys heard the rules. Y'all heard it.
I think that was 9.
So Brian says there's a chance that Rolly eats corn the long way. If you guys think Rolly eats corn the long way, let's get some corn cobs going in the chat.
Y'all violating, man.
I mean, you said you're a Patriot.
I am a Patriot. You guys are Patriots too.
No, don't do that.
Ziegler, McDaniel, Jimmy G. What are you talking about? That's your big 3. They're all Patriots.
So you're saying right now, we're the Patriots.
You are the Las Vegas Patriots, the New England Raiders. However y'all want to spin it, y'all want to be us. Y'all want to be us. I'm sorry, it's true. I'm going to get a lot of hate in the chat, but it's just true. I mean, you all even signed Philip Dorsett, former Patriot. You guys still got Brandon Bolden, right? Former Patriot.
I'll tell you this. If he does a boot, I'm going to do this boot. And if he does a boot, I'm going to beat his ass in a boot. He beat me in the shot fun race.
Oh, yeah.
I'll add another boot to that.
Well, you'll smoke me because I can't do it in one sitting.
I'm going to do that because... You hear this? You hear this? No chance.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Here's the deal right now. You send in a 500, I get your jersey.
I think that was the 11th.
I get your jersey, and then we'd be 100 away from him doing a boot.
You also missed this from Mike Hoffman. He was there.
Let's go Raiders from Mike. All right, here we go. I'm going to knock this down, and I hope y'all are ready because I believe in y'all. We're going to make this Patriot dude, I'm going to beat his ass in a boot after. This is that would be my 3rd boot, in which y'all have already seen. Don't even put me on big screen because my eyes are going cross all sorts of ways, man. If you think Rolly eats corn the long way, let's get some corn cobs in the chat.
Y'all have me dead.
And you know what?
Y'all have me dead.
I need you to give some shout-outs to the people spamming the corn cobs right now.
All right.
While I go
screen here. I'll give some shout out to the Corn Cobs. Aggressive Master Raider, Regas Beats. That's all I see right now. So not a lot of people giving me the business in the chat. I just see a lot of Pat Sucks. I'm about to.
If you want to get some F Patriots, FNEs, I'm good with that too, man.
All right, Michael Yukon is back. Jason 6 says
Was it a fumble?
Silver Ice, I can't comment on that.
Was it a fumble?
I cannot comment on that at this time. Silver Ice. Also, Jimmy G's a fraud for just selling out like that. I'm just going to leave that at that. Peter Bueno, a bunch of Cobb emojis. Michael Yukon again. Scott, Chicano Raider, Silver Ice, Lost in Tins. This is Kimberly, JP, NFL, Repo Joe, Random Productions. Did you finish?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
I'm saving it.
Saving for what? Chad Furtney, NYX Toxicity, Anthony Sandoval, John Borelli, Rebel Montana. Finished.
All right, y'all. The clock has officially started. We got 15 minutes left of this live show. And I wish I could stay longer.
It's going more.
But let's go. We're going up.
Disaster.
He can't figure it out. Until it starts counting down from 15. Until it starts counting down from 15, the clock hasn't started.
Let's see if we get it this time. Nailed it. Second try.
Son of a gun.
Had the wrong thing.
I hate that you're good at your job. So, we got 15 minutes left. Real talk, we're here as a company at Chat Sports. We got 20 dudes. Actually, that's cap. 19 dudes and a woman. Shout out to Abby. And we're doing like a little bit of a company outing today. So we're going to go out. We're going to grab some drinks. We're going to do some stuff. Bosses are telling me I got to end the show in 15 minutes. If it was up to me, I'd probably be here a lot longer. But I hope there's one day where I can call the shots, but I don't have that power. So for that reason, we got 15 minutes left. Here are the deals. $10 Fireball. $100 is a beer bang. We're doing a beer bong. And then if we get to 600, it's a big number. I get it. But I'm going to kick this Patriots asses fan in a boot race. 2 boots down.
I'm a little nervous. I feel like Raider Nation might come through, and I'm a little scared.
I mean, you never know. I'll say this. Today's show alone has been insane. And if a Raiders move actually ends up going down, I'm in trouble. Like, I always tell people, like, I feel bad when shit goes down because then if I'm effed up and people see it for the first time, they're like, this guy's insane.
I'll say this. I don't even know who the Raiders could sign anymore. I feel like they've signed everyone.
It's DeAndre Carter. He had a visit today.
Visit today?
I hear visit today makes me a little bit nervous, man.
I will say visits don't always mean anything. Maybe with the Raiders it does, but like Calais Campbell visited the Falcons on Wednesday. I mean, it's basically Saturday.
The last 3 big visits for the Raiders,
closed deal.
all signed.
He's a wide receiver, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And special teamer. Good player. Also, the game that we're going to play is the game that we played earlier with Chugs, where if you send in a super chat at any amount and you put your area code in, if I guess it correctly, you got to take a shot.
Okay.
If not, I'll take a drink.
Do I get a guess too?
No.
No? Oh, that would have been kind of electric.
All right, how about this? Double or nothing.
All right.
You send in a super chat at any amount. You guess it wrong, you take a shot.
That's fine.
If you're right, I'll take a drink.
That's fine. I don't know any area codes, so it's
That's brutal. That's a
guess.
bad deal for you.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right, you guys heard it. Here's the deal. You send in a super chat. He's got to guess the area code. I'm going to pull up Google right now. If you're right, I'll take a drink. Am I truly?
Do I just got to name a city?
No. You
I got to name
state.
Oh, the state.
You
Okay.
get 1 out of 50 shots.
All right. I'll take that because I was gonna say like if I had the name city, that would be brutal.
Town would be just
I was gonna say like
disastrous.
I'm from Rochester, New York, and there's like a million different area codes just associated with Rochester.
Not that. It's if you guess it correctly, I'll take a drink of my Truly. You guess it wrong, that's
take
a
a
shot.
That's fine with me. That's cool.
Earlier today, we got about 40 of those.
Anyone get it right?
I got a few right.
Okay.
I just kept guessing California. That was the safe bet.
Oh, boy. We got
Michael
our first one.
Yukon, F the Patriots, 7-0-2, and here they come.
Oh, no. This might be disaster. 702?
Yep. Name the state.
That screams North Carolina.
Wrong. Take a drink.
What was the answer?
Nevada. Mike Hoffman, he's going to go with 209.
Area code of only 3? I feel like that's too little amount of numbers.
Area codes are 3. You're thinking of zip codes. Totally different.
Oh, my God, you're right.
Area codes are totally... Zip codes, it's easy because it goes like 17821 is PA, but like California is there in the 9s.
Yeah, I don't know ball. So I don't know any of these. This is going to be
Area codes are tough because it's
209.
209.
I'm getting Oklahoma vibes. That was a terrible guess, but I'm going to...
Wrong. Take a shot.
What was it?
It was California. We got one rolling in from 406.
This was for Mike Hoffman's. 406 tells me Florida.
Wrong. Take a shot. Let's F him up. He took a bad deal. I'm telling you this right now. I did this earlier. I did like 40 drinks.
I'm
Driving 269.
I'm going California.
Wrong.
What? The other guys was 209 from California.
Michigan. Take a drink. Jason 6604. It was a fumble.
Serious question for you guys. Why do you guys care if it was a fumble or not? That was 20 years ago. It's over.
It matters.
Move on, man.
It matters.
Listen, I've been on this channel once before. I've told this story. My dad is actually a Raiders fan. I tease him about this all the time. If the Raiders don't win the Super Bowl this year, he has to get a picture of the tuck rule
You're a sellout.
in his house.
All I heard was you're a sellout. That's all I heard.
All right.
604.
Texas.
Trick question. Vancouver. Drink.
What?
Yep, sucks to suck. Lord Buddy Bear said repping the 307.
Oh my God, I should know this.
Why?
I feel like this has came up before.
You're not going to get it.
Wyoming.
Son of a...
Yes! I did it! I got one!
The only reason why he got that is because I have talked about
Yes,
Buddy
he
Bear a
has.
shit ton.
Yes, he has.
And
That's why I said I should have known
I said
this.
Buddy Bear's in Wyoming. So, if anything, that's kudos to Buddy Bear.
Yeah. Oh, I nailed that. I'm so pumped up about that.
Dang it!
All right, next one. 859. This feels like a weird one.
859.
I'm going to go with good old-fashioned Nevada.
Wrong. Kentucky. I'm telling you what. You're in trouble. 971 and F the Pats.
971?
West Coast. I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, man, that's nice. I'm gonna go California.
Wrong. Oregon. Let's go.
God damn it.
Nico, for sure, eats corn the long way. Nico,
Oh, man.
I salute you, good sir. Guys, just so y'all know, today's show's been an absolute whirlwind. John Jenkins, he signed with the Raiders, and we always do Friday happy hour shows. I don't know how we ever get to this point, but we always seem to find our way here. Once that clock hits 0, we got to end the show. We got a company outing, and for that, that's what we got to do. Nico, cheers to you, my good sir. John Borelli, 559.
I have no clue if this is even remotely accurate.
Okay.
But I know a John Borelli from where I'm from, so I'm just going to say New York.
California.
Damn it.
Close. If you think about it. Take a shot. He's like, this is a bad idea.
Oh, my God. All right, let me fill this up.
Just go out of the bottle.
I should. This might be gone by the time this game's over.
I'll tell you what.
Repo Joe, 951.
I can tell you where this is from.
I think I know. I think I'm using past experience to help me. California. Yes. Let's go.
I'll tell you this. On this show, I guess California every time.
Yeah. I think
Rusty coat.
I'll just say this. I think it would be so fun to nail like a North Carolina. It's just so fun.
So he's a North Carolina guy.
208. That
This one
screams
you ain't
East
getting.
Coast to me.
You ain't getting this.
This screams East Coast.
Not.
He says I'm
It's
not getting this.
It's
Might be
not
a trick
East Coast.
question.
It's not East Coast.
I don't believe him.
It's not East Coast.
I don't
think
believe
Think
him.
of Buddy Bear, but close.
What?
Think of Buddy Bear.
What is Buddy Bears?
You got Buddy Bears right. Wyoming.
307. I'm gonna go. If it's an East Coast team, I'm
It's
gonna.
not
walk
East
off the
Coast.
stream.
I'm telling you. How about this? Double or nothing. Not East Coast.
Ooh. Okay, I trust you then. I'm gonna go
And the
Utah.
Wrong. Idaho.
Oh, I kind of nailed the area though.
Sure. You're still wrong.
All right, Adrian. Is that a? That's not an area code. 95 can't be right.
Rally gobbles corn. Rolly gobbles corn the long way. Adrian knows what's up, man. Let's keep this thing going. We are, just so y'all know, 500 away from Rolly and I doing a boot off. And we got 5 minutes to do it. Husker Raider.
Miami.
You're an idiot.
Florida, I meant.
What's his name?
Husker Raider.
Okay.
Oh. You from Alaska?
No, think about it.
Connecticut?
Think about it. Husker. College.
Oh, good one.
Loser. Move on.
Listen, I just saw.
Also, a trick question, though.
What's that?
It was kind of a trick question because, well, that area code's not from, it's from St. Louis, Missouri.
I'll say this though, Miami's 305, so
Okay.
I just kind of took a gamble there. 314 would be Florida. I said Miami though, what an idiot. 818. I think the numbers don't correlate, so I don't get it. I'm gonna go California.
Hang on. 818. California.
Yes! Survive in advance. All right. 760 from Nico.
Son of a gun.
New Mexico.
Wrong. California.
I think your strategy is right. Just guess California every time.
I mean, think about it. Raider fans, for me, I'm guessing West Coast.
Yeah.
You guess West Coast.
No East Coast Raiders fans I see. 607.
607.
I get.
We're going to go through all these, by the way. Just so you know, when that clock hits 0, the area code deal ends. Area code deal ends when that clock hits 0.
I will go with. I'm going to go with Oregon.
New York.
Really?
New York.
I'm taking 2 shots.
He's a
for that one.
Rochester guy, too.
I'm from New York. I'd take 2 shots for that.
Okay. This is insane.
I said I meant 951. What do you mean? What did you say the first time?
I don't remember. 951. What are we going with?
California.
Son of a gun. Yep.
I'll be honest. The only reason why I knew that for a fact is because someone else said 951. So, same area code. NYX Toxicity. Repping the 509 rolling eats going the long way. Shit. 509. I'm going to go back to New Mexico. Mitch doesn't know what to say here. What's going on?
509, I think, is in Canada. So, or no, it's Washington. You're wrong. Sorry, I'm like looking at this thing. I'm like, where the hell are we? Wrong. Danny, 479.
Going back to California. Quick answer.
All right, hang on. You guys are moving now quickly.
This is about to like be empty, by the way.
Dude,
gave
you
this-
guys, I don't know how you're doing this right now. Where'd you say?
I said Cali.
Wrong. Arkansas.
What? Got a Raider fan from Arkansas?
Hey, we spent far and wide.
All right.
Oh, dude,
Well, it looks like I'm no longer driving home.
We have a minute 45 to go. Oh, dude, the hiccups are hitting me.
Wait a minute. Robert! New York! This is Rochester, New York, the 585. Robert, what a nice guy. What a nice guy. Oh, thank you, Robert. You're a good fellow.
A minute 20 left of this game.
Oh, Robert, I am forever in your debt. Joseph, 501. He will be drinking. He's trying to throw me off. I'm going Maine.
Arkansas.
That's devastating.
Joseph is an Arkansas guy.
714. Give me Cali.
California.
Nailed it. I feel like Rusty already said this, and I got it wrong. Maybe not. I'm going to go Cali again.
Rusty coat? I don't know how you're doing this right now. Colorado.
People live in Colorado.
Let's go.
757. Wild one.
I know this answer. West Coast or East Coast.
East Coaster? I
East
love
Coaster.
it. I'm going to go out of the box here. Virginia.
Yep.
No way. Serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That is the best guess yet. That's the best one yet. I'm amped over this. I'm amped. Oh, that fires me up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more area codes. We will roll through all the area codes. Anything after AK Raider Man. I appreciate you. The drinking will stop after that. Once we get to AK Raider Man, we will end today's show. Let's keep it rolling here. Chico. 408.
Cali. I'm going Cali.
I'm getting nervous.
I'm going Cali. Yes.
I only have Fireball left. Yep.
This is one of those situations where I've drank so much in the last 15 minutes where, like, it's not in my system yet.
It'll hit you.
In 45 minutes, I'm going to be in my bed sleeping.
No, you're going to be at the bar with us.
I mean, I'm going to try my best.
Somehow. All right, what's this one? 6, 2,
Dude,
3.
he already did one. I think he picked a different one.
He might have.
I think he did it.
But it's Aaron, so he's on local, so you're good.
Oh, local.
Where's
New
he at?
Mexico.
Arizona, Orongo.
Damn.
Next.
Mark.
I know this one.
I think he's in Nevada.
Always guess California.
I just saw the profile picture. It looked like he was at a Raiders game.
805, 8s. Anything 8? Like 808, I know is Santa Maria.
Okay.
Anything 80. Oh, Cash Joey. This is a tough one.
Do you know this?
I do. Oh, Cash Joey's an OG.
I still can't believe I got the Virginia one right. That's gonna be my highlight of the night.
Yeah.
Cali again.
Where do the Raiders play?
Fuck.
Nevada. Okay.
Oh my God, this bottle's gone.
Yeah, we're out. And then AK 907.
Buzzer beater ended on Cali.
Alaska.
What? That's not a real state.
All right, y'all. Can you guys do me a big favor right now? Can every single person spam driving?
What happened? I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on.
Mount Raider Moore showed up.
What happened? I don't know what's going on.
Mount Raider Moore showed up. Get those tri-bands in the chat. Get those tri-bands in the chat. Put those tri-bands in the chat.
All right.
Put those tri-bands in the chat. Let's go. Get those tri-bands going. Get those tri-vans going. Get those tri-vans going. I got Sergio, Mike, Danny, Jason, Silver Ice. We got a brand new MVP. I mean, this is why it's called Mount Raidermore. Nicholas, Mike, the Dude, NYX, Kimberly, Sergio. Not quite it, but we're getting it working out. Mike, Joseph, Silver, Rebel. Sergio sent this earlier. Silver Ice, Michael, Jason. Keep getting those tri-vans in the chat. Keep getting those tri-vans in the chat. Mike, tri-van was just waiting. He was just waiting the whole time. He's about to F up this entire show. I'm going to tell you all right now, though. Once this shit happens, we got to end it. After the tri-van, it's over. After the tri-van, it's over. I am in the oven. The smoke alarm's going off. We're burnt. Tri-van is about to absolutely cook this. Wild 114, Martin, Mike Hoffman. I'm going to tell you all right now, save your money. Save it. Save your money. It's all good. We're going to do one more huge shout out for Tri-van. And then we're going to get out of here. Also, Merck sending his very first super chat. Oh, man. You ready? Are you guys ready? Drive! Bang! We got a boot race. We got a boot race. Rolly, real quick. Pop up on screen.
Oh, boy.
Pop up on screen. Pop up on screen.
This is a disaster for me right now.
I'm going to go take a leak. I'm going to be fresh.
That's not fair.
I'm kicking his ass in a boot race.
That's cheating.
You guys know the rules.
What's the rules? I don't know the rules. What's going on? What, do I gotta take a shot or something every $10? Is this a shadow ban? I'll do a field spoon. I'll support my country since I don't have one in the office.
Just wash it out when you're done. Or do I need to, I guess I need to fill it up.
Yeah. I just got shadow banned by Chug, so F Chug's in the chat. I know you guys would never do it, but oh my goodness. Steven says, Mitch, grab a burrito. Oh. I can't believe Tri-van, man. Literally the GOAT, maybe. I mean, I'm new here. I only got hired in September, so I'm like the newest tenured employee in this office. But Tri-van might be the GOAT of Raiders Report. Might be the GOAT. Maybe that's disrespectful to the other people, but he just might be the GOAT. It is what it is. Oh, my goodness. Jeffrey says, I'm going to be hurting. In about 35 minutes, when I show up to the bar, watch these games, I'm going to be blacked out. Peace out, Sam. Oh, Millard says the rules are F the Patriots. Listen, I understand you guys hate the Patriots. What do you want me to do? We're the best franchise of all time.
Yeah, you already know what it is.
Yeah, dude, this thing won't change.
I know. I'm here, don't worry.
Listen, as Jack Lotteray helps me out here, I'm telling you, something's weird. Seems like Chug should have figured that out in the first time. It's all right, though. Oh, Daniel Jimenez with a 20 banger. Shot to the rules. All right. This is my last shot with this bottle because there's nothing left in here. So. Oh, man. Jeez. Will says, Rolly, you did right by Raider Nation. You're all right. I appreciate it. You might dislike my favorite football team. That's fine. At the end of the day, I'm just here to have a good time with you guys. Trivan says Wild One is the GOAT. Listen, that's nice of you to say that. But from what I've seen here, you definitely top 2, and you might not be 2. Will says Rolly MVP. Will's the real. He might be the GOAT. Michael Yukon says Tuck Rule Rolly Tuck Patriots. Guys, give it up. We're in the 2020s. What are we doing here? Worrying about things that happened in 2002. Martin, you're the man. I love Martin from England. Did you ever say where you're from, New England or England? I might have missed it in the chat. I'm looking now though. NYX Toxicity Facts, really appreciate you hopping on the show. You can get down with us anytime. Listen, you guys are a fun time. You guys might hate my team. I don't hate y'all. Believe it or not, I actually root for the Raiders to succeed because even though I am not the same fan as my dad's favorite team, which is the Raiders, I still want him to be happy sometimes. So I hope the Raiders win as long as they're not playing the Patriots. Unfortunately, our pass cross in a very controversial game in the early 2000s. What are you going to do? Robert, are you from Rochester? Like, I need to know. Unless you just Googled it up and like got all the information on Rochester, but you telling me I need a garbage plate from Nick Tahoe's right now, like I need to know, where are you from? Like, are you from Rochester? Because this is some generational stuff right here. Aaron says no Tuck Rule, no Braid dynasty. Dude had a second dynasty when he was in his late 30s and 40s. Come on now. Oh, man. I need to see from Robert's from.
All right. Your boot's over there.
Oh, my boot's over there.
All right, wait a minute.
Oh, Wild One! Little super chat.
Look at the head. That's a good head.
I love good head.
Ooh. I got you some Miller.
Oh, well, that's a protein shake.
Well, we're gonna do an even boot.
Even boot.
Both Millers.
Okay.
You got 3 mils and I got 3 mils.
All right, so Wild One says no Trivan and me are great, but Raider on is the GOAT forever. So Trivan sent in the 550, and while you were gone, I said Trivan might be the GOAT. I said I'm new here, newest tenured employee.
Let me speak then.
I said he might be the GOAT, and then he said Wild One might be the GOAT, and then Wild One says Raider Ron's the GOAT.
Right,
so
can you guys hear me? I don't know if you can or not. So here's my 2 cents on Mount Raidermore. Because I've had a few people ask me before if I can rank Mount Raidermore, which is not an easy thing to do, but I'll do it. Raider Ron, because he's supported me for as long as he has. Okay, he's been here since as long as I can remember. Raider Ron is number 1. Okay, I'd put Wild 114 at number 2. I would then put, and only because of how long they've supported the show, and if it wasn't for David Zahn, I don't know if I'd be where I'm at. I'll put Zahn at 3. Trivan is at number 4. But if you look at recency bias, Trivan would jump David Zahn. But because I'm an OG, I'll go that route. And then number 5 on Mount Raidermore, which is still a hell of a place to be, Raiders podcast. Okay? And then Borelli, who is in contention. I'm telling you, Borelli, we've been talking about you a lot. We've been having some real life communication. Is Borelli worth adding to Mount Raidermore? It's up there.
So I was like way off as Trace Gerard just goes. No questions asked.
Yeah.
Trying to go watch some basketball.
Let's kind of go watch some movies.
All right, y'all. This is what's gonna happen. You gotta get it set up where it's. How about actually? You know what? We'll just do this, or you can do that. Liddy Cam, can you step there? You take over. Rolly's going to pop up over here. And then...
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your favorite villain.
Here we go. Nation, I'll be honest. If the Raiders sign anybody tonight, it's probably going to be an at-home video. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Wait, you got 2 boots?
What's up, John Borelli? How you doing, brother?
Harry
What's up, Buddy Bear?
Now we're going to get rid of that Justin Fields boot. You want to do a boot? All right, how about this? I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. Okay. If we get a $100 super chat in the next 60 seconds.
Okay. Deal.
3-way race. You're in.
I think I already said deal on accident.
All right, so Trey said he would do a 3-way boot race.
Okay. What's up, guys? Thanks for showing some love in the comments section.
Everybody give some love to Trizzy. I mean, Borelli's got some Trizzies going.
Dude. Borelli's my main man.
Borelli's a big Trizzy guy.
That's my guy. That's my main
I will admit this.
guy.
I said this the other day on the Raiders Report. I said if something were to happen to Chugs, my #1 picks would be Rolly, because I said Rolly would be like Chugs where he keeps me in line. However, I said if we wanted to get wild with it, I'd pick Trizzy because I'd have to keep him in line.
So I don't know if Raider Nation can hear me, but it sounds like I got to take out Chugs.
It seems like you have to take him out. It seems like you have to take him out. Wait, say that again?
I think I might have to take out Chugs.
I mean,
not
I'll
saying
say
no.
this. I don't know if that'd be good for your body. Oh! John Borelli! Bang!
So
You go over to the Liddy cam.
I'm going to Liddy Cam. All right. We
Get
gotta pop up
in
his
there.
shit. We got to
Oh! Lord! Buddy Bear! Bang! Are you shitting me?
Can you smell what the Raiders Report is cooking?
Harry!
All right, I'm gonna go
Chase!
get a boot. I'm gonna go get a boot.
Real quick. No, we got another boot right here.
Oh, there's one mil. There's one
yeah,
mil.
we got one.
Chase!
Kitchen, let's go.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We're out of beer. So, oh, you got a Happy Dad. Would you chug? This is a boot of water.
Okay. I'll chug it.
It's a fishbowl. It's a boot basically of water.
I'll get a Truly.
Harrison said he's gonna go get a Truly. Here's what's gonna happen. He's got a boot of water. I got a boot of Miller. Rolly's got a boot of Miller. Trizzy's, or actually, I don't know what your boot is.
I think Harrison chose Miller. If he knows me.
I know that, and that boot's Miller.
Okay, I'll take it. Okay.
I poured that one up for
Please
Rolly.
Please don't make it.
All right, so we got a water, we got a Miller,
Go with Miller.
and I'm going to guess a Miller.
Oh, never mind.
Rolly's has got Coors Light. Now it's all different.
No, that's numero dos. Can we get Brandon Miller on the screen?
I don't know what.
All right, in-screen's coming up after this.
All right, here's the deal.
We're done.
Here's the deal. After this, it's done.
We got to get to the.
We got it. We got some call. We're already 30 minutes late for our company meeting.
Real shiny report from
We are 30 minutes late.
11, they have at least one tape.
All right.
We are 30 minutes late for our company meeting.
Real shocker this set.
Brett's got 3 kids, so he's got to get home. So
Who's surprised?
here, no one's ever surprised here.
Good stuff, guys.
All right, here's what's going to happen. We're going to do a 3-way race. Basically, so Harry's going to do a what?
3 boots.
I'll tell you this. If you come in last, you got to do a boot. So
Don't keep the stream going for another hour. Just go.
Don't Don't say it.
Don't say it out loud.
I mean, maybe we might. Wild ones. All right, here we go. All right, y'all. This is just a send-off for 2 weeks of amazing content here for NFL free agency. I got Chase. He runs our 49ers show, so you can tell me what you want. We got Trizzy Trace, Saints. We got Rolly, who's a Patriots fan. Obviously me. And then Harrison, who runs our Chiefs channel. Let me know who you got. Not important. Here. Type H for Harrison, C for Chase, M for me, R for Rolly, T for Trizzy Trace. Once this ends, I hope y'all have a hell of a weekend. I hope y'all have a hell of a happy hour. Here we go.
400 from 3K by the time that we're done.
Yikes. If that happens.
3, 2, 1.
Wins.
Where's water?
Harrison didn't lose.
Can't come with one. No, I'm still going.
Oh no.
Oh no, is right.
Oh no.
Oh, that hurt. You go.
Bubble. Oh man,
I'm so mad at myself.
What was that?
I'm so mad.
Oh, that's too much water.
We did it.
Holy shit.
All right, guys. I got a bathroom visit coming up here.
Trace loses.
Are we done?
I didn't come in last. That's a win for me.
I'll tell you this. I love y'all from the world and earth back. I don't know what that means, but
I love you from my parents.
When that phrase comes out, it's time to go.
I'll tell you this. If Jeremy could say anything, it's closing time. Appreciate all y'all. Hell of a week here on NFL free agency. I'll see you all again next week for more Raiders news. If anything else happens, I'll do my best to get you guys a video. We'll be back Tuesday for more live show. I love y'all. As you can see, we got to get the hell out of here. I got a company assignment. Cheers to everyone. Peace out.